You should use.
And Corey wins immunity!
I have a steal a vote advantage.
My man Corey.
For the votes, if anybody has an idle advantage wants to play it, now's the time to do it.
Okay, so what you need to think through is how much you trust your most trusted person. If you did what we talked about, the worst case scenario for you is a 3-3, which might be bad. If you didn't, then I'm out of the weeds. You don't have to listen to me.
Yeah.
But if you did, there's a chance it's either a 3-2-1 or a 3-3, and I don't know which one.
I understand.
Yep, and I figured you knew, but
Why is your hand in
I do not have an idol.
I'm gonna make this easy. I don't know if I need to play it, but I'm not going home with one again, and I think I'll make it to 5th. So I'll
Play
play
for
it for
yourself?
myself.
All right. This is a hidden immunity idol. Any votes for Kira will not count.
Yeah, I'm not going home either, so
For yourself?
it's for me.
All right. This is an idol as well. Any votes for Ben and Kira will not count. First vote, Amelia. Second vote, Jimmy, 1-1. Emma, 1-1-1. Jimmy, 2-1-1.
Fucking waste.
Emma, 2-2-1. 2 votes Emma, 2 votes Jimmy, 1 vote Amelia, 1 vote left. Emma. Unfortunately, Emma, you will be joining the jury. Tribe has spoken.
Good luck, guys.
Let's fucking eat, right?
That was a nuts.
We eating.
I love eating. That's my favorite, like food.
I thought,
Yeah.
I thought Emma was for sure voting Ben, but she voted me. Oh, really? Yeah. Well, I pulled them aside. Was like, look, vote for Ben and just go out. But your still vote, change everything, and then what? And then I'm really.
I was trying to tell you. I'm with you guys.
She said she wouldn't vote. She said she wouldn't vote.
Excuse me.
Sorry, so she voted. I knew Emma was voting Emma because she said she wouldn't vote Ben, so she threw her hanky vote somewhere. So that's why I knew it was Emma.
Oh,
That she was
interesting.
voting for.
Your miss though, your name.
I think she voted
coming up is actually so sick.
I think it's about to.
I don't think so.
It's insane, but I don't know if it is. We have to be cool. Well, yeah, I know. I know.
You gave me your fucking sweet.
Dude, if I get 4th again.
I don't want to get 5th again.
No, you won't. I think we need each other at this point. Do what we need to do, but at least two of us are in the finale.
This is
It's in final 3.
Finally.
at least 2 of us.
I think so
Well,
at
at
this
least
point.
2 of the.
At least.
Oh, you think it's a final 2, bro? I would definitely.
No, what I mean is,
It could be a final 5. You don't know.
what I mean is, we're not in Corey to the end,
Unless he went out.
unless he wins out. But if he doesn't win out, 2 of us are in the final 3.
I really wish he didn't win that last one.
All I'm saying, well, sure. All I'm saying is, could just be 3 of the final 3.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
You want to do it?
I'm so
do
dead.
My
I'm
friend-
so dead.
my
So
friends
what you want
win.
me to swear on, like Ruth or something?
My friends win.
I
My
wouldn't
friends win.
believe-
My friends
I wouldn't
win.
believe you.
If I swear on Ruth?
Yeah, you would do anything.
Come here.
Oh, not on her, bro.
But I love you guys.
Yeah.
No, I'm giving you my wedding ring.
Jamie!
It's just a ring.
Cut the VOD. Cut the VOD.
No, but symbolism of it is what's worth it. But symbolism doesn't leave with items. Boom! Brought it back.
There you go.
Literally who let this guy in?
I'll take that first. Take back immunity.
Yeah, finally.
Alright. Immunity's back up for grabs. Okay, for the final 5 challenge, when I say go, you're gonna flip your paper upside
Right side up.
right side up. Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome.
And there's gonna be 10 words that you have to unscramble. They're all survivor based. Once you have all 10 solved, get it double checked by our 3 checkers over here. Once you are approved to have 10, there are 5 very difficult puzzles over there. We have 2 snake puzzles, a slide puzzle, a fire puzzle, and a tree puzzle. All 5 are pretty difficult. Whoever finishes the unscrambling first gets their choosing of one of the 5. So as people,
So we don't like run over, grab it, and keep going, or we do?
yes, it's
It's all
continuous.
continuous, is what I mean.
So once you unscramble your 10 words and you get it checked and they say you're good, you're gonna go over there and grab whichever one you want.
Cool.
So if you're the second one there, you get to pick out of 4. If you're the third one there, you get to pick out of 2. A couple left. So that's it. And then you got to bring it over here. This probably will take a while. The puzzles are pretty challenging, but we're in the final 5 and it's for $800 fucking dollars. So let's fucking
Let's
bring it.
go.
Please, let's go. It's just when like multiple people are doing multiple things.
Check.
Missed one.
Okay. I know which one.
Yeah, I should have just said that. Good. Kira's done.
Kira gets the first puzzle.
Ooh, slide
Takes the
puzzle.
slide.
The famous
I
slide
think it's
puzzle.
alright.
Check that out, yeah.
Yep, that's exactly how I do it.
I have no idea what this one is.
Alex, maybe.
Oh,
Haley just
I got
told
it.
me other people.
All right, check.
Oh.
I can't believe I didn't fucking get that.
Oh my god.
You're good.
Three people still left unscrambling.
If you want to do it on the ground,
Oh wait,
then
can I
I'll-
switch? I wanted the snake. I thought
You
that
can't
was
switch, you
okay,
grab it.
that's fine.
That's
You don't have to stand it up, Ben. You can be on the ground. You're just flat.
Kira's my baby.
Yeah, I'm giving up.
That's not good.
Do you want to help each other?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't do. I have tribal immune.
Yes.
Horse blindside.
One,
Oh,
two,
yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
What's
12,
eight?
13, 14.
Kira wins! Final five. Guaranteed a shot in the final 4. You want to wear it on your hat too?
That's awesome.
Good job, Kira.
That after New Blood, I wasn't gonna figure that shit out. I've been practicing that shit for months. Shout out Numbuzz.
I guess you're right. I will be so transparent that I made a mistake and I put a couple extra I's on accident on some of these words I used. Thank you, ChatGPT. So that's why some of the players were confused on unscrambling. Ben and Kira still got through the words even with the extra I's in a couple of the words. So it's unfortunate, but that's just how it played out. I think Kira had such a good lead on the slide puzzle anyways that it didn't matter once she got it. So it is on me, just so everybody is aware.
Everybody,
All right, you made it to the final 4. Congrats. How you feeling?
I walked down there, I saw the pieces of paper turn over, I saw the slide puzzle to the left, and I said, this is mine to lose. If I lose, it's my fault. I shouldn't lose. And I just went in with that mentality. I've been practicing slide puzzles like there's no tomorrow. And I know how to do, I like word puzzles, stuff like that. Whether it was math or whatever it was, I knew that I had it. So I claimed that mentality in my head, and I didn't let it be anything else. Yeah, I think Corey probably goes here, but I don't want to underestimate that he could find something. So I'm not actually happy with the composition of this end game. I hate to admit that. I really wish Emma was here. I didn't want to be in the end with, by end I mean 3, with Jimmy, Ben, or Corey. But I had a plan, if I would be. what's kind of tough right now is that I think I want Amelia in the 3 because I wanted to do girls. I really did. I'm I'm pissed Emma went out. But now there's a chance where if I go with Jimmy and Ben that they split some votes and the whole story of my strategy is like misting them in a sense. And not missed like I love them dearly. Just misting them in the sense of them seeing me like being honest and cozy with them as like a strategy just in this game. I think that they think I'm being legit. Which I am. That's the best part. I don't have to act if I'm just that's what I'm actually doing, you know. But I have my final 3, you know, speech, not like scripted or anything, but I know what I would say. I think if it's me, Amelia, and just one of the guys, that's a little bit harder. But I don't know. I just have to think it through. I didn't want to disappoint. I'm really proud of myself. So, you know, if I go out after 4, I guess I wouldn't be surprised. But I'll be proud either way.
I was going to push Jimmy anyway, so don't worry about that.
Me and Amelia have a very, very deep outside of this game personal bond. She will not vote for me.
Okay.
Okay. I take
that into account.
I want you to be equipped with your best chance of success. Okay.
Gotcha.
And if you're able to make that happen with Kira, then I'm with you. Okay.
I like that.
But I think that's your highest chance of success.
I completely agree.
Keep looking. Okay.
Yep.
Corey Davis yet again. Signaturely looking for an idol.
My humblest opinions. If me, you, and
Ben's the best bet. I was just thinking that.
Because the thing is, if it's me and then it's you. Like you can cut my throat next. I'm not winning for you. So I couldn't even.
But listen, if we have each other in the final 4, we're like each other's best. Like, dude, let's duke it out at final 4. We're each other's best. We have to.
Who do you want to
You would have. Well, that would be Amelia. We have to. You have to work on Ben. Ben does it. I do it. I'll do it. Not because I'm following Ben, but because
Ben's not gonna fucking vote there because they have the thing outside the game. He literally just told me about.
I know.
I think we can't vote Kira, and then I don't know.
No, we can't vote.
It's a baby.
Ben, you were the one we were talking about potentially working with, but that leaves Amelia, and you're not voting Amelia.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Do you guys want to work together?
I would love.
Okay, let me think.
Because think about it this way.
Why you guys think
she like love her? She has been playing a great game. She's the person I think too who hasn't pissed off a single person.
Correct.
And that's look, Larry, that's a fucking jury full of villains. That's a jury full of villains. That's a lot of votes coming her way because if I'm sitting there, I am voting for her because she's played an incredible game. And I think you could sway more votes your way if I'm there with you than if it's Amelia.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because I'm polarizing as fuck. Emma's not going to vote for me. I'm loud. I'm fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, your best chance to win is if you can't say that Kira's going to win if she's up there. We know that. Right. She will win. I think Amelia wins if she's up there. I don't think you guys have a shot of winning unless all 3 of us are there.
I think I'm in the final 4 again.
What's going on?
Yeah, so I think the 4 of us are voting Corey. Realistically, like he has Emily's vote on lock, Dakota's vote on lock. I think Richie would vote for him over any of us. Corey's been dropping little hints about like, oh, I didn't know about Richie's vote, which he did. Or like, I just went with the numbers, blah, blah, blah. He has at least 3 votes and none of the rest of us can say that. I think we split. And so there are eight jury members if there's final 3. The truth is he needs 1 more to win because I think anyone is going to get votes at this point. And so it's just like, do I vote out the person who is a walking 3 votes at the end, or do I vote out people who that is not the case for? And I think at this point it's going to be Corey Davis. Corey Davis, killer player. He's fun to play with. I'm glad he was here. But it's your time, brother.
Genuinely. And I think you guys both played incredible games. Incredible games. But I think you guys' best bet of making it, because then they'll just cut it off and you guys are going to lose it because it'll be Amelia and it'll be Kira.
Final 2.
Now things will be 3. Final 2 coming off. And if you 2, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Cool.
Yeah, no, we were saying how me personally,
You were saying how you were cool if it was us two.
obviously, clearly. No, I was saying how I think that their best. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think that their best bet to make it the end is with me, and how to win because you're fucking playing an incredible game, and so same with Amelia. You guys are all playing incredible games, but their best. But I know I agree, but I think their best chances to win is against a polarizing dickhead player like me, than against you. You've played awesome. You haven't pissed many people off. And also think about this, Amelia. Look at what's on the fucking jury. It's all villains. It's all villains. I backstab Richie. Richie's not fucking voting. He's pissed off.
Oh my god,
he's so mad at me. Fucking. No one's kind of a toss. I have M's vote. I know that, and that's it.
We all think we have someone's vote, right?
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
Probably have the ones.
I think anybody's best bet to win is sitting next.
Oh my gosh, the whole final 5
I'm
is
just
here.
saying. So if you guys want to keep me around,
He's pitching.
yeah. If you guys want to keep me around, like just let's cook. Let's cook something up. I would love to play with you guys. Like I feel like it's
been a hilarious day.
no, yeah. You know me. I'm very enthusiastic.
Oh, yeah.
So but genuinely, like any of your guys' bet. If you want, like Loki, I'll sit down here. I'm gonna goat at the end right now.
I don't think so.
No, I think okay. No, maybe not. Maybe not.
We're
that
not stupid.
No,
And
maybe
Chard
no.
was an immunity idol.
Yeah, no, maybe not that. But I don't think you guys think I'm not going to sway as many votes as you guys think.
I don't think anybody.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen any of my final tribal councils. I only won my one season strictly because all my friends were on the jury. That's the only reason I won.
You were there with Richie.
That as well.
No.
And then, but my last.
What I mean is, his friends hate Richie.
Yeah. And my
Corey doesn't.
last season, I easily could have won that season, but
Against Allie with an
yes.
IE.
And I had such a horrible tribal council, absolute bag fumble, horrible when people press me. It's just, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I'm somebody you want to have there.
I don't think anybody here is going to sweep anybody else.
So
let's just keep that real. We've all played.
I'll. That's just what I'm saying. Ticking clock of Corey Davis has begun. It's very unfortunate that I get why they're voting me out. If I sit up there with anybody, I genuinely think I would win. But I'm pitching that like if it's Ben and Jimmy, that possibly that could take votes away from. Hey, I just think I'm a polarizing player and I wouldn't get votes. Now, do I think that? I think nowadays I'll be able to articulate that. Yes. Now, it's tough. It's tough because I'm not downstairs having those conversations. But like, if this is the end of the road, right? Like, you gotta be proud of the game I played, right? But I'm gonna try to make one more move, And if they chop the head off the snake final 4, that's fine. But I'm really trying. This is the last time out for me. I want to give them something to remember, so let's give them something to remember, right?
Right. So here's the biggest thing too. You want Devin to be seen. You want the final 3 to be seen. So you should hear. I don't know what's going on.
I've spent almost half my day in this room, you guys. It's been an honor. It's been a privilege. I just need to make it through these 2 more rounds. It's fucking crazy. I think we're all gonna vote Corey, but as we've seen before, I'm so fucking wrong all the time. I'm just kidding. So we're gonna hope that this whole entire Corey plan goes through, but Kira's talking to Corey right now. So there's something happening there, very genuinely. My thing is that I don't want to go to Final Tribal Council with Corey whatsoever. Dude has really good, like, he can persuade people super fucking well. Like, he knows some people on the jury. Like, I respect his game, which means other people are going to. So I don't need that in my final 3. What's my final 3? Whoever wants to take me, I don't give a fuck. I mean, as long as it's not Corey, we're all good, you guys.
You think you can beat anyone else?
No, but like, I'm just here for the ride. Like, I'm literally just here for the ride. I just want to get to the end just to say that I fucking did it. So.
I appreciate it. Appreciate you telling me.
it would have made sense, and I just can't do it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, that's fine. That's fine. I don't blame you. I think I think it's definitely a move, but I think
I told Corey I'm voting for him.
Yeah, I think it's your like I said, I think it's your worst move. But if you want to win the game, I think it's your worst move. But that's on you. That's for you to decide. So
Emotional manipulation.
Corey Mitchell Davis, you are really good at this game. It actually there could have been a world where like we go to the final four together. A, because I like you. Well, yeah, A, because I like you. B, we don't win immunity. Like we're each other's best shot at surviving. No one else is gonna go for it. And honestly, you're really fucking good at most of these challenges. And we just had a puzzle. That's the one thing you're not good at. So you're probably gonna be good at the next one. So I'm sorry, Corey.
I'll be back. So you guys know that's
You know, that's fine.
Yeah,
You're fine.
I'm gonna look upstairs.
I was gonna do the exact same. Well, I'm gonna follow you up there. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna catch you. Don't take a All right, bring in the jury. We got Richie. We got Joe. We got Dakota. We got Nolan. Roll badge. We got Emily. Sorry. We got Emma. Amelia.
Woo!
Tell me what the fuck's going on.
Oh, there's some fuck shit going on here, brother. Oh, good lord. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, this round, it's not been as chaotic. I feel personally that this tribe has been pretty strong, pretty straightforward so far, except for, just the little tiny talks for some odd reason.
Yeah, what's that? What's that about?
What's that about there, love? Huh? Your turn.
Kira, congrats on the immunity win.
Fucking go!
Slide puzzle, coming clutch to New Blood.
So for those of you who don't know, in New Blood, we had a slide puzzle in a tribe challenge, and it took...
It didn't get solved.
We never finished it. And I went home after that, downloaded a slide puzzle app on my phone, and I have been practicing ever since. That was May 2025.
That's
I got it down to that I could do it in under 2 minutes. We walked down the stairs. I saw what the challenge was. I knew it was mine to lose, and I just claimed that mentality.
Killed it.
Here I am.
You got your ideal final three lined up, you think?
I do.
Okay.
Mhm.
You think they're going to vote with you here?
I do.
Okay. We'll see if that's true.
I guess so.
Ben.
They can't vote for me.
They cannot.
Yep. And so far, that is true.
A little theatrical last round playing your idol. Does that make you worried that you're a target here?
No, so when you have an idol, there's three possible outcomes, right? You play it correctly, you play it incorrectly but make it to the next round, or you go home with it in your pocket. I will always take the guaranteed second best outcome as opposed to the risk of the third one. So I'm not concerned. I don't think it changes anything about my target level. I was always planning on playing it at Final 6 and was always operating under the assumption I wouldn't have it at 5. So the answer is no.
Okay. Appreciate it. Corey, looking all naked there without your immunity. How you feeling right now? Nervous as fuck?
Honestly, no. Oh, did I say that out loud? Did I say that out loud?
And honestly, we've been here before, back against the wall. It's business as usual. Is what it is, you know? Like I've given my case to these guys on why I'm very well aware that I'm the guy on the chopping block, and I think it's really stupid of them to get rid of me. But you know, that's on them.
Why do you think it's stupid?
I don't think I can sway jury votes. That's just kind of my mentality.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of people here who I have voted out. So I mean, yes, I have some flashy moves, yeah, here and there. I'm an annoying asshole, and I've been that way the entire day. You really think you're going to give an annoying asshole $800 fucking dollars? Come on, like no. They want to give it to somebody actually nice, somebody cool, somebody who deserves it, somebody like Amelia, who I've been pitching this entire time. You can laugh all you want. You know you're playing a great game, girl. You know you're playing a great game. All right, laugh your ass all you want. Laugh your ass all you want.
And what's more, you're talking about your theatrics, and that's what you're pulling again, bro.
Listen, I'm a theatrical. God forbid. God forbid I.
God forbid a guy have fun. Sorry.
No, I'm
big movie guy right there.
No, I'm just saying. I think that it would be silly to take me out, but then again, I get it. So I have a plan. I've thrown out Amelia's name. I've been very open about that. So it's up to these four know. Amelia knows I'm not unfortunately, I'm not voting with you because you're probably voting for me. And that's fine. That's okay. I'm just happy to be here. It's just business as usual. Back against the wall. Let's see if I can pull something out.
Probably
We'll
not.
see.
But, you know.
We'll see. Jimmy, how you feeling, brother?
Feel good.
A little wild tribal last round, eh?
Yeah. I don't know.
Seems a little more calm this time.
Yeah. I thought it was me. Corey Davis is a fighter, and I respect a fighter greatly. I will also say, like, if he didn't fight, I would be really upset. I will also say, he's like, oh, dude, I'm an asshole. No one wants to give me. I would die for Corey Davis right now. So you're telling me you don't have a social game, brother? That's all I'm saying is you're saying you don't have any social game. Like, I've known you for like 36 hours, and so that's all. I mean, I'm still voting how I'm voting. This has been a sick game, and I'm excited to see how this plays out.
All right. Anybody else? Anybody have anything else to say? All right. It's time to vote. Amelia, let's kick it off.
I've been busted. Oh shit. My only hope is that they stay true to their word. I feel confident in Kira, but I also know that she respects me. Which I don't know as if that's going to play out as her voting with me, or if that's going to play out as her being scared of me. Jimmy has saved my ass in this game already. Ben, I don't want to vote out Ben. I've already been over this. It's too much, man. So, I mean, this is the vote that we're going with, okay? Because if it's me or you, we're picking you, buddy. We're picking you, all right? No more of the fuck shit. We're going to move on. Thank you.
Good on him if I get blindsided here.
Well, this is kind of sad, isn't it? You know, final five. I mean, I would be absolutely bamboozled if I didn't go home here. I've said this many times. I don't have any other tricks up my sleeve. I'm just, yeah. I mean, I have nothing to be mad about, to be honest. I threw Amelia's name out, and you know what? That's what I'm gonna go with. Anyone's gonna vote me. This is what they're gonna do, right? But jeez, no, everyone's so complacent, and it's so annoying, and I get it, but like, come on, like, make a fucking move, make a move. Like, there people with like Ben's played a good game. He hasn't made a fucking move all game, at least in my eyes. I could be completely ignorant on that fact. I feel like same with Jimmy. Jimmy's just been managing his threat level. That's all he's done. Hasn't done shit. The only person who has done anything all game, in my opinion, is Kira. And you can't vote her out here. Amelia has played a really good social game. Everyone has a case. And I get why I'm the big target, but I don't know. You have to make a big move and not together in unison with everybody else, kumbaya, because everyone has the same fucking game, the same story. It's ridiculous. I don't get what they're doing.
I think my best chance is to go with Ben and Jimmy and try to get some votes split between them and take the cake in other ways. So, obviously, I could just get voted out next time, which is a real possibility, but I'll be proud either way.
All right. Before I read the votes, if anyone has Eiler advantage, this will be the last time you can use it.
I just want to see you guys shoot.
Well, Christian, since no one played it.
You guys, you make me tear up.
No way.
I've been checking those.
First vote, Corey Mitchell Davis.
With the heart at the bottom.
Second vote, Amelia, 1-1. Corey, 2-1 Corey. Fifth place, Corey.
What a legend.
Any final words, Corey?
Been a hell of a ride.
It's been a hell of a ride, Corey. We're honored to have you come out here and show some love to the OGs, and I think you brought the fucking entertainment.
Yeah,
So I appreciate it.
some with it tonight.
Corey, unfortunately though, I have to tell you, we'll try this
Big
vote.
I cannot wait for that.
Made eye contact with Corey early, kind of in the social hour. I went up to him and I was like, Corey Davis, and he said, I like your vibes. I want to work with you, and that was exactly what I wanted to hear. It just worked out. I had passed all kinds of waves. I had Emma, I have Ben and Jimmy. Now I have Corey and Emily. I think that playing the middle and keeping your options open is very hard. So I feel pretty proud of getting this far, doing it that way.
Just doesn't make sense to do anything Corey Davis. I've written your name down before. Hasn't happened. This time I think it is happening, brother. So I'll see you at Jimmy Oki. But good game, Corey.
You're the best. I love you a lot.
It definitely sucks having that, a meeting idol. I was literally looking at it.
Right under your nose.
No, it was so funny. I'm sitting at Tribal. I'm like, that looks so weird, but I didn't check it because I just didn't want to. I thought my ceiling for this game was going to be like top 10 or, bottom 10, I should say. And I made it all the way to 5. And I played a game I've never really played before. And I've done things in this game. I had 2 perfect fucking advantage plays. No fuck-ups. This was, finale of red. Are we done or no? But we're all done. Peace.
Final 4. This will be your final immunity challenge. It is the final 3. Before we get to it, take back immunity for the last time. Take care of. Whoever gets this guarantees a shot at the final 3. A chance to plead your case to the jury. So for this challenge, pretty self-explanatory. You're going to be standing on these like this. Once you're here, you'll have a plate on your head, and then you will have 1 pong ball on that plate as well. On your head. After a minute, we'll add a second pong ball, and after 2 minutes, you guys will close your eyes. Whoever outlasts each other, last person standing wins final immunity, guarantees a spot in the final tribal council. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this challenge is freaking on.
What are non-copyrighted songs I can sing? Waka.
How are your guys' feet feeling on these things? They're not the most comfortable.
Pretty good.
And Ben, unfortunately, you're out. Take a seat on the couch here. Sorry, Ben.
I'm gonna go so I don't get in anyone's view.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna sit on the couch.
Kira drops down to 2. Down to Amelia and Jimmy. All right, we'll do a countdown now. So during this 10 seconds, once you put it on 10 seconds, it's not live. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This challenge is back on. A minute from where you guys are at recording, let me know, because I'll have them close their eyes then. Thank you.
Amelia, I'm not voting you out. Promise.
Girl, don't let him win.
I'm not the biggest jury threat in this room.
Maybe she needs to let you win.
Sure. I agree with that. I also feel really good.
Your legs look really good.
Thanks, man.
Your calf implants, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, in 10 seconds, you guys have to close your eyes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep them shut. No peeking. This is all it is the rest of the way. Willpower now. Who wants an automatic shot to plead their case for $800 fucking dollars? I know I would. I'm not in this position. You two are. The balls drop, if your plate drops, if your eyes open, or your feet fall off the things, you're out. It's been a long 36 hours, but it's been great to watch, and all 4 of you are very worthy, so keep fighting. Yeah, I feel like I should go Squid Game Challenge and just walk all around you guys.
Don't do it.
I won't, I was joking.
This light is fucking me up.
Keep pushing through, both of you. Come on. We'll be here all night if you need to be. Checkout's not till tomorrow. Balls are moving. Both sides.
Always have been.
Interesting comment. Love it. Got 2 bobbleheads at our final 2 of this challenge.
I opened my eyes.
Yeah. Amelia Johnson. Jimmy redeems himself for losing the Final Four challenge in Palmer's Chaos. And Jimmy wins. Final immunity. Probably not going to fit in your head, unfortunately, sir.
Dude, I
But
got a massive head, but I'm going to do it on that.
Oh, that really busted the jacket.
Oh no, and I was like, oh my eyeballs.
Good job.
You did it, brother.
Oh my god.
You redeemed yourself. How's it feel?
Oh my god, I feel so good. I think I have a legitimate shot at winning this game. I really need to lock in for this final travel, but I feel really good. To the end, I want to bring Amelia and I want to bring Ben. I think Ben's been bamboozled a few times. He has a good social game, but I think Kira, as Corey was leaving, he talked about Kira like a goddess, and I was like, she is. But I was like, huh, like people really view Kira as a big time threat. And so I have to see what Ben's thinking. I have considered the Ben Kira final 3 because I have said it to them. But truth be told, that was a little bit of me making sure they weren't going to bring me, but me seeing if I could. With that being said, let's see how this goes. I'm pretty excited.
Oh my god. Well, this really sucks.
This sucks.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
I love both of you. We'll see what he does.
Yeah.
I fucked up. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm not upset at you. I would have liked that in all win in final 3.
Yeah.
But if best we can do is 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
We can show up these boys.
I do not want to vote against you. I want to vote with you.
Same.
So here with you.
Same.
Okay.
I mean, so let's see what just
Ben is talking as I know. Jimmy is just having Ben too. Jimmy wants to vote out Ben. I mean, he's pretty cool with both of us, and Ben's been sus. I have no idea what's about to go down. I truly believe it is anybody's game right now. Obviously I'm playing my hardest that I possibly can at this point. I fucking love all of them that are there. And once again, I didn't want to vote out Jimmy, I didn't want to vote out Ben, and I didn't want to vote out Kira, and look where we are. So, who do we go for now? Because Jimmy, he's got the immunity necklace around his neck, okay? So that means it's either Kira or Ben, but I don't want to do Kira. I'm a girl's girl, and I'll actually say that, and I'll fucking mean it this goddamn game. So, we're gonna go for it. We're just gonna see what the fuck happens while I'm out there talking to people, and we are going to go for it. I'm hoping I make it to final 3, and if I don't, oh fucking well, I made it to final fucking 4, you guys! Who thought that would happen? I'm so hype. I'm so hype. I love, to all the viewers at home, I love you.
The only thing I'm considering is just straight up with you, because obviously I trust you. We said, like, as friends, we're not going to make each other look stupid. Like,
Yeah.
Corey, as he was walking out, was just like talking about you like you're a goddess, and you are.
Slay.
But
You're missed.
Even though you were both, even though you guys were there, he didn't talk about Ben like that. You know what I mean? And that was my only point. Was just like you were viewed incredibly highly. With that,
We all are.
Yeah, we all are.
yes, I know. Here's the thing. You probably won't logic me into voting out Amelia. So now I'm just.
Do you hear Amelia?
Who is that?
That's Amelia.
No, it's not.
I think that's her, yeah.
Dude, You can't logic me into voting on Amelia. So I'm just deciding between logic and what I know about.
I think I could though.
Why don't you try? I'll stand.
All right, Ben, how you feeling? Obviously lost final immunity, so you're in a tough spot, but how you feeling about this?
Okay, so I know Final Four is usually where you can like actually kind of like be a little honest with people and like, oh, like I'm gonna vote you off. I am gonna lie my way through this one. I have like, I was gonna vote Jimmy off. Let's be so real. But I have poured my heart out to both Amelia and Kira sincerely in this game, and I'm now gonna try and reap the benefits of it by getting them to vote for each other. So this is really tough. I think Jimmy's really fucking stupid to not vote me off. I think Jimmy might beat me, and it wouldn't be like a robbery. Like Jimmy's played pretty good. I don't know. Kira could cook, and Corey spoke. It was interesting that Corey spoke really highly of Kira, not of me, on the way out, and I think that was just a last-ditch effort for him, but we'll see. I'm not sure yet. I don't know who I'm gonna vote.
Both know what our relationship is.
I know. That's why I said it's not logic, it's emotion or logic right now. Okay, I'm sorry, this isn't even an easy decision to bring in.
If it was me, I was taking you in bed.
Oh, okay.
1000%.
I heard someone sigh when I won though.
I'm just pissed it wasn't me. Like,
Sure.
It was over. It's like it was over.
Sure.
You know?
Yes.
I didn't even feel myself move.
I know.
So I like how pissed I was when I felt like I was locked in. I don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
And I'm just pissed because I know that I probably had to win.
Yeah.
But I hope that I didn't.
Right. Yeah. You do have a chance here.
Yes. You let me know if I need to.
Yeah, of course.
I said this is being bad, but I think she's cooked.
You think who's cooked?
Me.
Oh.
I'm gonna be so real. I'm real pissed. I was locked in on that challenge. I was staring at a specific spot on the wall. I was singing one of my favorite songs to myself in my head. I didn't feel myself move. I just felt it drop, and I don't know what happened. I'm pissed. I've been practicing challenges like that at home. I have been so all out on this. I want it so bad. Have to play to emotions with Jimmy, but I have to give him some logic too. He tells me emotionally, he brings me logically, he doesn't, and I think that that's correct. I have to try to out logic him in a way that doesn't seem like I'm just blowing smoke up his ass. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna take me. If he does, the amount of pride that I will have will be immense. And if he doesn't take me, I guess I'll be proud in a different way that he knows he can't beat me. I'm really proud. I had a strategy. I carried it through. It was difficult. I think it was a difficult strategy to employ. Yeah, I'm proud no matter what. People, if I'm Final Four, fallen angel, people respect people in that position. I really need the fucking $800 though, so let me see if I have some time to figure this out.
I would vote for either of you, you know, if I was on the jury.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do I do? You know, like.
Wait, are you saying do you want to go to the jury?
No.
As if you're
No. I just mean in like. I don't know how many votes Kira will pull.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get myself to the end. You have shown me time and time again that you are with me.
Yes.
And I trust that.
Okay.
I don't even have any like fuck shit to say. I'm just like, here's the thing. Because for now, I might make it to the end and lose to Jimmy.
Because we all care about Kira.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I think we'd probably say something if. Yeah.
Yeah.
You and I on final.
I know.
Oh my god, a dream team. Oh. Jimmy, he asked to have a minute. He wanted, yeah.
He's by himself, so.
Whatever happens. I wish it was all of us.
Me too.
So
Maybe we should have waited to vote out Corey. Shit.
Yeah, seriously.
he would be the easy vote
Dude,
here.
where is Corey Davis when we need him?
Where is Corey when we need him? God damn it.
Yeah,
so bad. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I think we were all on the same page there.
I was doing really good for a long time there. Oh my god.
One small trickery. We have been faithful to each other.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's so cool.
I think that it goes to show that, you know, you can get pretty far in a game by just being faithful to people. By literally just being faithful.
Loyal to the soil.
Yeah.
Loyal to the soil, baby.
Now we have to see who Jimmy
Is loyal to the soil too.
We're down to our final four, bringing in our jury. We got Richie. We got Joe.
Yeah.
We got Dakota. We got Nolan. We got M. We got Emma. And last out, we got Return of the Motherfucking King, Corey Davis. Jimmy, you fell short at this point last time we played our game.
I did.
You had redemption. You achieved it. Walk me through how you're feeling. I saw you a little emotional, you know, after the challenge.
I did. I think the emotion is twofold. I'm sorry. I hate being performative, man. If you don't talk about this at my funeral, I swear to God.
Somebody voted Jamie.
I do love this game a lot. And that man, backstabbing good friends, backstabbing friends I made here. And the second fold is, dude, I'm a bad crier. There is a logic vote and there is a heart vote here. And I love all these people, so please don't hear that. But, man, I'm not going to get... I'm going pre-jury every single season I come back.
Okay.
I'm being asked back, Nolan.
Good thing this is a different game.
Don't get ahead of yourself. This is probably my last shot to get this, and I think I'm gonna go logically, and that hurts because I love the person who would win if she sat up here, and so I think I am personally going logically for that reason.
Okay. Thank you, Jimmy. We really appreciate it. Love the motion. That's what the game's all about. Ben, how are you feeling going to this, man?
Yeah, I mean,
you got fifth the first time. Sixth the first time, fifth, fourth.
Well, I'm hoping that it's not fourth.
So hopefully it doesn't repeat the pattern. But tell me about your journey.
Yeah, I mean, like this. I mean, this is like palpable, and I am also like really feeling a lot of emotions. Like I care a ton about this, and I'm so close to making the end. And I have no like I sometimes when I vote people off, I'm like, yeah, like this is not one of those votes, like at all. I feel like this fucking sucks. And
it's preposterous.
No, it's not preposterous. It just fucking sucks. And I'm hoping I'm making the decision that's gonna get me to the end. So
okay,
that's what I gotta do.
Appreciate it, Amelia. You were this freaking close to winning that challenge there.
So freaking close.
I want to take time to honor you doing that because that was impressive. That was a tough one.
Thank you.
So for this final vote here before the final three, what goes in it to you? Are you thinking, okay, is there someone logically that I think would beat me for sure? Or is it more so I've been riding with these people at so long I have to stick with them?
I think that there is so much emotion on this couch right now. Very genuinely, I'm trying to follow my heart, but my brain's saying no, you know, one of those kinds of things. And I just feel as if no matter how I choose, I'm going to betray somebody. Very genuinely. So either way, we're kind of fucking somebody over who is a friend. So it's hard. It's extremely hard.
Yes. Yes. Kira, walk me through this vote for you here and your thought process of what's going on this Final Four.
It's interesting to feel so cooked when I feel like we've played this game together. I, I don't know, like I played an idol that I didn't need to play. So did Ben. I won an immunity. You won 3. I don't think that we've done things so much differently. And maybe if you see yourself highly, and that's why you're seeing me highly. I don't know. But the same thing would be with Ben too. I think that um, the odd one out here in the differences of games is Amelia, and I say that with the utmost respect. I know how much people on the jury love you.
Touchy subjects is otherwise.
Full circle right there.
Amelia, I put your name in touchy subjects for things that I thought would lower your threat level because I wanted to lower your threat level because I wanted you to succeed. Like dead ass.
Thank you.
And that's your missed, but
My miss.
I think that she's the differentiator in the situation. If you go this 3 right here, you two are splitting votes and she's getting votes, you know what I mean? So if you're gonna try to risk a situation where you're splitting votes, at least do it where there's not like a differentiator. That's what I think logically. Emotionally, I love everybody up here. Genuinely. I'm just so elated that the 4 of us are up here. I'll be glad to see anybody win. Jimmy, I would have taken you if it was me. I'm sorry I didn't get to make that choice and prove it to you. But I hope you can believe me.
All right. That's it. It's time to vote. Kira, you're up first.
Oh fuck! I really wish. I think I did most things the way that I wanted to. It is unfortunate that I don't know if I closed it. But I closed it in a sense to at least get this far and feel proud of myself for doing that. I hope that I swayed him. My relationship with Jimmy and Ben and Amelia is very real, but Jimmy and Ben and I have some special friendship outside of the game, deep connections, honestly. And I, on God, would have in this Final Four and in a lot of Final Fours, taken those 2 with me strategically and emotionally. I really would have. So I hope he would return the favor. It doesn't seem like he's going to, though. But that's fine. So, hope I get to plead my case. If not, it's been real. And I'm happy with how it went.
I really actually didn't want to cry there because I knew it could be seen as like a performance. But truth be told, yeah, who knew? Pastor had a heart. Dude, this is hard. This is so hard. Once I cry, I'm done. So I'm done. I think we'll see.
So we made it. Listen, as I said already in Final Tribal Council, no matter what I do here, it literally is just voting out a friend. Kira has been extremely inviting to me ever since I played Second Chances with her. She has been so supportive. She has been lovely to me, okay? It's awful having to vote somebody that you love so much, especially when you know how much this means to them. Unfortunately, this also means a hell of a lot to me. So, I'm just doing what I think is my way to Final 3. And I'm sorry, and I genuinely love you so much.
Before I read the votes, You can't play an idol. All right. First vote, Amelia. 1-0 Amelia. Second vote, Kira. 1-1. Kira. 2-1 Kira. 1 vote left. Last one of the jury. Kira. Thank you for coming playing again. You beat 7th place, Cameron. You played great. I'm sure you have a lot to say to the jury to help them maybe
I sure do.
have their cases. So, Kira, unfortunately though, the tribe has spoken.
She's a queen. She's a badass. Dang it! No, I'm not done. She's a badass. She's real. She is one of the deepest friends I've ever had, and we've known each other for like 6 months. And she's good. She would win. Like she would win pretty easily. So I'm gonna vote for Kira because I respect her so much.
Less than ideal. That's I don't have words.
I mean, I'm I've had voting confessionals and stuff recently. I mean, what I say, I'm proud of myself. I guess my failing point is that they saw my mist. I feel pretty certain I could have would have won if I was there. It's funny though, because resume wise, I don't think that I stood out the way that he was saying. I do think I was more social. I exacted my strategy that I wanted to almost perfectly. I don't know. I honestly thought that I had it. Not sure how I'll vote. I want to hear them all out. I'm not bitter. That wouldn't really be fair. I've been talking about missing those guys this whole time, so it's all fair play. I love everybody up there. I'm happy with whoever wins. Wishes. It's been fun.
Well, that's not how I wanted Kira to go out in any way, shape, or form. Very obviously. I made it to final 3. That's like all I could think of. Like I'm in final 3. Personally, I don't think I'm gonna get a lot of votes. There are a lot of people that I wasn't exactly truthful in this game that are on the jury. Ben and Jimmy are such great players. It's so hard to go up against them in a final tribal council like this. I mean, I also pointed out like I'm the only female on this tribal council. Honestly, I talked to Jimmy and I said, Jimmy, what do you want to do? And he said, I want Kira. And if that was my way to final tribal, that was my fucking way. She knows that. There's no hard feelings. This fucking tribal council is going to be insane, I think. I think that the jury is going to have a lot of talk.
So I've always like talked all this rah-rah about myself, about how like if I make it to the final tribal, like it's set, like I'm gonna win. Not the reality we're living in. I think I can win for sure. Unfortunately, like I'm a better public speaker than like 95% of the planet. Unfortunately, I'm up against a fucking pastor who also played really well, and Amelia, who's like the funniest person on earth. So I cannot fucking believe that I didn't get a vote at the final 4. That is outrageous. That emotion was real, by the way. Like, that fucking sucked. But
if you had it your way, if you won immunity, who do you think you would have taken?
Jimmy.
Okay.
Jimmy.
I could tell by your guys when he had his eyes closed.
Yes,
But
and the other thing too about it is it's. I think Jimmy and I played comparable games. I think where Jimmy might have me beat is public speaking, which sucks because nobody ever has me beat at public speaking. Like that's my fucking superpower. That and like running. So, and like being funny. But I think I just need to. Here's the angle. Here's my angle. I came into this like actually very much so intending to, just like in Second Chance when I found Amelia and Addie as outsiders of the group, I was like, I want to work with that. Like, that's really boring not to, and it's also strategically sound for me to do that. And I wanted to do the same thing today, right? Like, I'm not gonna say this, but like Jimmy controlled our drive. And so like that's why, well, Connor, I wanted Connor to go, but I wanted Vin to be safe. Like I wanted to fucking vote off Joe. But then I'm gonna work the angle of like I was not about the new era people all sticking together. Like objectively it worked well for me.
Obviously.
I'm here. But like, you know, at Final 8 when I tried to vote off Jimmy, like that was because me and Nolan were trying to make a move with Emily and Corey. Like I was like, I really want to try and ride this with you guys. I think it'd be fun. Like it's very, you know, this ended up working out for me, but like this doesn't feel as rewarding as that would have. That being said, I'm gonna fight really fucking hard because, you know, Lord, it's a fucking after what I did in Second Chance, it is a fucking miracle. I got one vote.
Okay.
One. I think. I got one vote. And it's like that's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I got one vote. And then, you know, I got blown up in touchy subjects, by the way. I got blown up in touchy subjects. Didn't matter. I fucking worked against Emily so much, she kept coming back to me. Nolan, everyone knows Nolan's like my like best buddy here. It took a long we ran like 3 fucking votes together before anyone caught on. Like
leave it all out there, man.
Jimmy's gonna be tough to beat, and Amelia's gonna be tough to beat.
I am losing my mind. I wish that crying was a performance, but I really am an emotional dude. I like actually am having a hard time processing this. I came in feeling really confident in my gameplay, in my ability to build relationships quickly, and even still, I was like, I'm gonna get 8, and then I got votes at 8. And it was like, oh, well, I'm not a quitter. But I was like resigned to the fact that I was probably going soon, but I was going to fight with every part of my being and thought I did. I think I had to play a ton of defense in this season. I think I had to put some pressure on some people in ways that made sure that it was me and not, or that their votes were going to be on someone else and not me. Because even just like idols, one vote one way, one vote another, I didn't want any of it. I wanted to make sure that my name, even if it was in people's mouths, was off of their parchment. And so that's going to be my pitch. But oh my God, this is insane. Like, it has. And I think I'm just exhausted. I'm going to be so exhausted after this. But and when I'm tired, I get so emotional. But the money means a lot. We've had some problems just with not me or Jamie, but some family problems that I don't want to like necessarily put on blast. But that would mean a lot. Just the title would mean a lot. This community means so much to me, and like getting to be a winner in this circle, which means so much. And then it's just like, if I come back, I'm playing with house money and there's just no pressure. And so this is just so sick. I'm going to sleep so hard. And I don't even know what to do with my body. I think I can be honest. I feel like the favorite going in, if we're talking gameplay. Ben's going to fight like hell. And Amelia is incredibly likable. So nothing against their gameplay. And honestly, I'm probably not going to tear them down. I told them to say whatever they needed to say. I kind of want to bait them into looking mean, even if I love them. Love you, Ben. I'm not going to bait Amelia into being mean. That's real. But that's too much game. If you're watching this, if you played in this, even Matt Esman's mom, I love you all. And let's go get this money. Let's go, baby.
All right, it's time for the final tribal council. Let's bring in the members of our jury. First up, we got Rich Daddy. We got Joe from ATL. We got Dakota from South Dakota, getting married soon. We got Nolan all the way from Ann Arbor. We got M, back from Iceland. We got Emma. Don't fuck with her at Tribal. She'll come for you. We got Return of the Motherfucking King, Corey Davis. And last but certainly not least, we have the slide puzzle / idol queen herself, Kira. You guys can take it away. Amelia, let's start off.
Hi everybody. It is genuinely very good to see all of you. I am stunned that I am genuinely here in the final three. I'm not gonna lie. I have been working literally months on this. When I lost on Second Chances in season 9, I I knew that I was gonna be going out early. I saw the people that I was playing with, and I absolutely knew that I was not gonna fucking win that. And I learned from my first game that the best thing for you is to bring down your threat level. I've been playing a lot of Zoom games lately, and for anybody who has played those games with me, they know that I usually start out pretty good and then I just go downhill randomly, which is just crazy. I don't understand why I do that. Oh, wait. I didn't want my threat level to be too big. I didn't want y'all to think that I was a really good player. I didn't want, especially people that I knew. So I personally have been practicing trying to be not the best player to get by, which is exactly what I demonstrated here today. I've been coming up with my strategy for literally months. I rode under the wing for everything. If you think back to who was pitching those names and what was usually the vote, I think that there was only about maybe two votes that I didn't have a hand in. The one vote when I was outside after touchy subjects, y'all were all over the fucking place. And I had no hand in any of it. So I feel like that just kind of goes to show the amount of control that I did have in this game. I'm kind of an underdog. I kind of fly under the radar for a good long while. But guess what, guys? I still talked to all of you. I still pitched all the right names. I still got almost all your guys' trust. I did my absolute best, and I played fucking hard this time, and it's been months coming. So thank you, guys.
I'm just really, really pumped to be here. I think this is going to be a really fun time. Are there things I regret? Yes. Are there things that I wish I could have done? Did I play a perfect game? No, I'm joking. Absolutely not. But I think I came in with a pretty massive threat level, particularly for those who knew me. But even if you didn't know me, I did feel like if you would have known about people or if people had talked, I'd come in having won 3 individual immunities in a row in my previous game, got voted out by someone here in 4th place and played what I felt like was a pretty strong game. And so I knew I was coming in. Let's be real too. I'm loud. I wear loud things. I'm never going to hide. And so for me, it was always deflecting, making sure that when my name was in your mouth, it was not going to be on your parchment. And I felt like that's where I thrive today. Truth be told, every Survivor season I play, I want to make sure that the winner is a good representation of our season. And I think even if I stabbed you in the back, or the person stabbed me in the back, I'm always going to vote for them if they're best representation of my season. I think the best representation of our season is someone who sort of had the abilities of both heroes and villains. I did stand up for people. I did make sure that if people were getting cornered for things that I didn't necessarily want, I was going to stand for them. But I also obviously stab some of you in the back. And I recognize that I have done both. And so I'm excited to get into the game aspect because I feel like a lot of that is going to be revealed.
First of all, thank you guys for hosting. Thank you all for playing. This has been super fun, and no matter what happens, this has just been a blast. I'm really happy to have met a bunch of new people. I similarly came into this with feeling like what was a really large threat level for people who knew me, given I'd done really well in my previous game that I played. And for people who don't know me, anytime I play a game with people who don't know me, within the first 20 minutes, it's like, oh yeah, you're a talker, you're a good talker, you talk to people, and it's fairly obvious. It's who I am as a person, and I can't really turn it off. So I thought about those 2 assumptions coming in. People who know me know I did well. People who don't know me are going to think I'm good at this pretty quickly. And I basically operated off of that mindset. You can't win a Survivor game playing like somebody else. I can't win playing like Jimmy. I can't win playing like Amelia. They can't win playing like me. If I'm going to win Survivor, I need to win it playing like Ben. So what does that mean? It means using that high energy to thrive during the social hour, and we were all overwhelmed. Like that shit was overwhelming, but like I was putting in the work with every single person, whether I thought you were going to be a hero or a villain. Because truth be told, I didn't know what I was going to be. I actually thought I should have been a villain, but it was really important to me in a season like this where we really got a good mix of two different groups that don't know each other to make an effort with like the people that I didn't know. It would have been, I mean, it ended up the final four being three people that I knew already. But I mean, Corey, I think you can speak to it. Emily, you can speak to it. Emma, you can speak to it. I spent large portions of this game making an enormous effort to make you guys win, even like make you guys part of my game plan. Um, I don't think it is. I don't think it's fair to anybody to stick with what you know and not put yourself out there for it. And I tried to utilize my skill set the best that I could with everybody that I could, as long as it benefited me. This is a game of deception and turning on people. And obviously the decisions that I made like got me here. Coming in with a huge threat level, I got one vote against me the entire season. I think it's indicative of the strength of the bonds that I built. So I'm excited to get into more specifics in your questions, and thank you guys in advance.
So we're gonna have Nolan go up first here.
Well, if it isn't the Altar Boys and Amelia, I know I'm never going to hear the end of this, but congratulations to all three of you. I'm very proud. And so, unfortunately, my vote is decided, which, like, no offense. I have to vote for Ben or my head would be on a platter. But I'm going to ask a question, and then I'm also going to give you guys a piece of advice for tonight because I want all of you guys to do a good final treble. My question to you guys is: when you play these returning seasons, I think it's really important to make new connections, as you said. So, like, just like your mind, bro. You knew exactly where I was going. And I'd like to hear one specific relationship that you made that was new in this game and how it specifically benefited you to get in those seats. And we'll start with Ben.
Yeah. I'll talk about Corey. Corey, pretty quickly, we talked about like, okay, like you're good at this. I know I'm good at this, and we both know that the other person is good at this. And it's really only going to benefit us to stick together for a while. Neither of us want to go to the end with each other. We kind of addressed that up front. Like, we're not going to go to the end together, but it actually will benefit us to go far together. Be like, it's fun. Like, I mean, I had fun. And Corey being around, like, I mean, Corey's fucking awesome at this game, and he was a distraction from the work that I was doing behind the scenes to insulate myself to not get taken out ever. So it was really important to me to make new connections, and Corey, you were super beneficial to me.
Yeah, I mean, truth be told, with a social game, like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I have a better social game than that. Like, you guys are the ones that feel how you feel about us. Do you know what I mean? And so I think, with that being said, obviously I put in work with every single person
I just want one.
that is here.
I just want one.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll talk about other people. My most important one was very much Emma.
Okay.
Emma voted with me every time until. Did you vote for me at the end? I knew it. She voted with me every single time. I knew Emma and I connected very quickly, and I knew she was being incredibly honest with me in everything she said. And so I was like, dude, like, Emma and I are locked. Like, I'm gonna be the out loud person, and I'm willing to be that in this relationship because I knew Emma was not worried about that. And so Emma and I were in lockstep from the get go, and that was really important for me. My game.
Thank you, Amelia.
That one's genuinely a hard one for me. Only because I started out pretty strong on the Villains Tribe, with people who I had not played with before. And then as soon as we hit the merge, I started to just not feel in step with Corey, Emily, or Dakota. Just very genuinely. So I worked with them very closely on the Villains Tribe, and then when we hit merge, they seemed to split off into other ways, and I just didn't feel comfortable working with them anymore. So after the merge, it probably would be Emma. She was the one that gave it to me straight. She was the one that definitely, she was always right. So I would definitely give that one up to Emma.
Okay. Thank you guys. And then one piece of advice I just want to say, because like I said, I deep down probably care about you guys, you three the most out of anybody on this couch, maybe Kira, outside of Kira. Amelia, a piece of advice I give you tonight is to really own your strategy and really hone in on specific moments of how you got to those seats. Really, if you're going to talk about this underdog strategy and, not really caring, really own it and talk about specific moments where you use it rather than just saying you did it. Jimmy, I think you really need to explain how your social game outdoes Ben's, because Ben socially ran circles around you this season. I think that you didn't really have the core group, in my opinion, that Ben did, was able to form with multiple people. So if you could really hone in on that with other people, that would help you out. And Ben, you've got 1. You need 4 more. I'm rooting for you. Good luck.
Next, member of the jury, the first person that was voted on the jury, Rich Dog.
Stop fucking laughing. Right now, I'm wearing black. In a lot of cultures, it represents death. All 3 of you fucked me over in ways that didn't feel like it was related to the game at all, and I am pissed, and it will affect shit outside of game. Especially you 2 broke me the fucking most. I couldn't get to the fucking stairs without fucking bawling because of how much I put trust in you 2 in and out of this game the most. When I said to you, I was going to the finals with you, I was fucking honest with that last night. You, hundreds of times I begged to both of you for help. Not even as a game thing, but as a friend thing because I was panicking. I was looking for a friend, and all 3 of you fucked me over and didn't have the balls to even look me in the fucking eye. I knew it was me. Fucking tell me next time. Frankly, a lot of us feel you're an underwhelming Final 3 at best. And that's me saying it fucking nicely. A lot of people are pissed. Frankly, I usually try to do an individual question, and I try to do a group question. No, this time, I don't even know. Because a lot of people feel like your games are so underwhelming in comparison to people like Kira's, Corey's, Emily's, that no one even knows who the fuck they want to vote for right now other than Nolan. Frankly, I have 2 questions for you. They're all general ones. First question, I want you, all 3 of you, to talk about your actual autonomy in the game and what moves you made by yourself. And when I say that, I don't want you to talk about fucking idols and advantages, immunity challenges, because if a dumbass like me can win them at any fucking season, anyone can fucking win them and find idols and advantages. I want you 3 to talk about the autonomy each of you had in the game and how it affected your social strategy game and the moves you made within social strategy as a general. You all answer, I'll get to my second part. Go.
Who's up first?
Any of them. I don't care. Frickin' frack.
Hi, Richie. First of all, I want to apologize because that is absolutely a valid reaction to have.
Yeah, it hurt.
It definitely does hurt, and I can absolutely see why
I backed
you
you
are
up on
upset.
numerous times.
Yes, I understand that, Richie, and I am very sorry. Okay. If to get to the question, specifically, one of the big first moves that I made personally was when Matt was talking about me immediately. Matt immediately pitched me. I immediately went after Matt. We got Matt out. I understand that you had a hand in that. I understand that Nolan had a hand in that. I understand our whole tribe did, but I did immediately go hardcore with that. I sowed the seeds that Emily was a big bad player, right a fucking way. Dakota, I didn't really trust. So for me, I immediately sowed those kinds of seeds. You have to understand that for me, I've realized that just putting a name out there bites you in the ass most of the time. So what I did was I would say, this person was being shifty. This person was doing this. This person was doing this. You have to sow the seeds of doubt so that other people will pick up on it. And that's exactly what happened.
I know that because I've done it before.
Yeah, and
So is there anything you can tell me that I don't know?
What? What do you mean? No, genuinely, what do you mean?
Keep elaborating. Keep going.
You okay? I really was only left in the dark on 2 different votes, which was Joe and Kayla. I completely totally understand that. The Nolan vote out, I didn't have a hand in that. I didn't want to have a hand in that. I really liked Nolan. I wanted to keep being in an alliance with him. I thought that he was very strong, so obviously I'm not going to say anything about that. Emily, obviously I had a hand in voting you out. Emma, I literally was the reason you got voted out. You can see me on the chair talking to them. They all thought they were going to go for what, Jimmy? And I said, not Jimmy. I said Emma. So yeah, that was me. And I also told you straight to your face that I was going to be voting you. So that was my original plan. I did tell you that. Corey, obviously I was talking about you for multiple rounds since before Emily. I know you 2 were big threats. Was literally talking about you guys constantly. And Kira, no, I'm not. That was not my lead. I'm not going to even try that. I asked Jimmy how do I get to it? He said, vote Kira. I said, okay. So,
Richie, everything I said to you up to a point was true in terms
What
of.
point?
Sure, thank you. When we were upstairs very initially, I actually think Corey, or I can't remember who was there.
Nolan and Joe. Joe was looking around looking for
Okay,
idols
thank
behind
you.
us.
I got to a point where I said, Richie, like, if you panic, you are for sure done here. And I looked at you and I said, you deserve to be here. You need to take a breath. And then I got down.
Respectfully, I do not recall you saying
Richie,
that.
can
But
I
I'd like you to
please,
finish.
can
I
I
am
please
letting you
answer?
finish. I'm just saying I do not recall it.
Like Kira was there. Like I put my hand on your shoulder.
Yeah, I talk about later downstairs. Then yes, I do remember that. I thought we were talking about a different situation. That's my bad.
It's okay. It's okay. So, by the time I got downstairs, it was over. Like the vote was over. And should I have told you, there is a confessional with Tyler where I say, I honestly don't know if I should tell Richie, because if I tell Richie, the way that Richie handles hearing his name means that he just digs himself deeper and deeper and deeper. And so I went around literally saying, like, was there anything else that was going on? And the answer was no. And so if I should have told you, I probably should have told you. But I was genuinely not sure how to handle that moment. So that's on me. Okay, I genuinely believe that. In terms of autonomy in the game, my name started being thrown around every single vote, and so that is when I went on significant defense, which meant I created enough chaos to make sure that everyone was changing their votes last second. I genuinely, like, out of game, regret how I handled it with Dakota on Joe's vote, because that was I would have done the same thing. I wouldn't have done it as harsh. And so I didn't expect the reaction. And I genuinely am sorry about that. I told you that downstairs. I did go to Emily and Dakota on Joe's vote. And I was like, are you guys voting me? Like,
And we voted Joe. I voted Joe.
yeah. I will say, Joe, we'll get to this, but I will say, like, that was probably actually my worst round, because I was pushed into a corner to vote Joe. They said, you are getting votes or Joe is getting votes. And I would die for Joe in real life. I was not going to die for Joe in Survivor. I actually think the most important vote for me, first off, I was the one that was just like, a lot of us were obviously thinking the same thing. Like, that's what happens in Survivor, where you're just like, you get to someone, you're like, yeah, clearly we were all thinking Corey at 5. You know what I mean? That you can't like lead that. But I'm always willing to be the one, because people are so, like, just to be like, on Emily's vote where Corey gets 4 votes and you get, or 3 votes and you get 2. I'm just like, guys, we have to split this here. Like, there's no chance we can't. We have to split this here. Actually, on Emma's vote, Emma was my number 1. My only chance of staying in this game again was making sure that the vote was on Emma. And so I know that she, it was you. You did have autonomy there. As we were going into tribal, I was like, I knew that my name was out there, and I knew that Ben's name was out there. So Corey was going to be voting for me. And I knew that Kira was considering voting for me. I went to all the girls and I was like, look, put Ben's name down. He has an idol. I'm going to make sure that he plays it, because then you guys are good at 5, whatever. I was like, and then I'm going to be voted out. Corey's voting for me. I went to Amelia and she goes, dude, I'm never putting Ben's name down. I'm just going to throw a hinky vote. And I was like, great. I did the math. The only hinky vote she could do was Emma. In the moment, Ben can tell me, I turned to him and I was like, listen to me. You know, if Corey wins immunity next round, you're out. You need me in the next round in order to protect you. And so Amelia is voting for Emma. I'm voting for Emma. At this point, if you vote for Emma, it's going to be a 3-2-1, and we're going to be okay, because Emma was voting. I thought Emma was voting for you, but you ended up not. Right. But then those 2 were voting for me, and then she stole his vote and ended up putting 2 votes on me anyways. And so at that point, I was like, it was a 3-2-1 regardless. I was like, it's a 3-2-1. It was my name going into the tribal, and I switched it. That was my main one. And then from there, I made sure that obviously Corey was a threat. and then I won immunity. And so I felt like I had quite a bit of autonomy here in the way I played defense and made sure that people were, again, even if my name was in their mouth, it was not on their parchment.
Autonomy, I'll start. I had a moment pre-merge during the challenge with the mental physical. Last two people in the room were me and Emily. And that I believe that's actually one of the most important strategic conversations I had in the entire game, because I told you the truth that I was dialed in with Vin. I was like, I'm dialed in with Vin. I would like to like bring Vin further into the game. I would like to work with you. I know you're good with Nolan, and I know I'm good with Nolan. Unfortunately, that is not how our next tribal went, and I was pissed. It really is. It really is, because it could have been a lot of fun. It could have been a lot of fun. But regardless of that, you and I had established at least the level of rapport that we were going to be able to openly communicate with each other strategically. We had a like conversation where we hashed it out, and like I was like, okay, regardless of what happens, like me and Emily are going to at least be able to have a conversation about it. And like you're a huge player, and we are huge. We were both huge players, and I think we were really important to each other's stories through this. So that was a moment of autonomy, establishing that channel of communication. The next vote was on Joe's vote. Joe, me and Nolan are actually the ones who brought up your name first, and I trusted you completely, and I know that we were working together. My goal was to play the middle. That's how I'm most successful, right? I need to play like Ben to be successful and win. You just happen to be the easiest person for me to take out from kind of the contingent you were working with, for me to be able to continue to bounce between. Like, yeah, I wasn't like, yay, I get to vote for Joe. It was just, it just made sense for me. The next moment of autonomy I'll talk about is Emma's vote. Yes, I don't think anyone needs to have misrepresented anything about that. But I also was actually presented with the most information out of anybody. You knew all the information you just said during that vote. You knew everything you said during that vote. But I'm the only one who knew that Kira was also putting her 2 votes on Jimmy. So I could have tied that up if I wanted to, decided not to. And then the unfortunate, like, I didn't get a vote at Final Four. Like, that was objectively the most emotional, soul-sucking, shitty vote of all time. I didn't get a vote, and I think that's indicative of like the amount of social insulation I was able to create for myself, and I think that speaks to my autonomy. Does that answer your question?
Sure.
Thanks.
You said you had something else before I end my
Yeah, well, I was
question?
gonna say, Richie, I would love to after this have a conversation with you about personal stuff, but I don't think we need to have the rest of the jury hear that if you don't want to.
My last question for you three. A general question, and if you pander to me or anyone else with all sorts of lovey-dovey shit.
Can it be a quick question?
It is a quick question. If you three had to pick a new final 3 consisting of anyone who played this season, jury, not jury, whoever the fuck it is, who would that new final 3 consist of, and why? It cannot consist of any of you 3, and if you start pandering to any of us, you will lose my vote automatically. So think about the fucking game when you answer my question.
Yeah,
I literally said that. It's a traditional question I always ask.
Yeah,
so.
I could.
Any order, I don't care.
Yeah, I can go first. I'll say Kira first. I mean, like, the emotions there were real. I would have been very happy with you in the final 3. And then I'll say Corey and Emily. I just think the way you guys played was really electric and like fun to watch. I like when you guys objectively like fooled me at the final 8 on Nolan's vote off. I literally said to you, I'm like, as a Survivor fan, that was fucking awesome. And I really respected that gameplay a lot. So my answer would be Kira, Corey, and Emily. And I don't know who I'd vote for.
My answer was exactly what Ben just said, so that kind of screwed me over. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So I'll give you kind of a fun one. I'd love to have seen Kyle here. Kyle is an amazing person and competitor, of course. Obviously, I would love to see Kira here. And honestly, either Emily or Dakota. Dakota, you played a fighting ass game, and you should be proud of it.
My answer is also Kira, but that's boring, so I'm not going to. I would say Corey, because it would be a sick like representation of our city season. Honestly, I would vote for someone to win twice. I think that's sick, and being a part of that is pretty sick. Let's see if I can say sick again. With that, I think I fell in love with someone this season. It is a man, and he kept me up all night with his snoring. But if Vin was in this 3, I think him getting a chance to like pitch to against another Davis would be really, really sick. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think I was gonna say men, so let's move. And then honestly, Emily, because I watched Blood vs. Water, and she was robbed. Like, let's be real, Ben.
He did tell me this.
She was
actually.
robbed, dude. Also, okay, I was about to pander.
I've been knowing.
Yeah,
you just got to vote.
If I was
I mean,
about
and just
to
to see how this ends. Keep going.
No, I'm not going to pander anymore.
No, I just want. Is that it? Is that all you
That's
have
it.
to say?
That's it.
All right. Briefly, congrats on making a final 3. Fight based on your games. No emotional pandering crap. Good luck to the 3 of you.
Thanks, Richie.
Richie, thank you for everything you've done for Survivor. From
Yes.
the page on day 1.
Yes,
Seriously.
Yes,
You make the heart out of wood. And I appreciate you more than anybody else here. I promise you that. I love you, brother.
Hi.
Hey, Joe.
How are you? I want to start by saying that I'm proud to be a part of this community. So thank you all. I think it's really fun that I'm kind of like an outsider coming in here, and I love you guys. I want to say that this is like a season of live tribal councils. And I think because of that, it swayed a lot of the votes, even like going back to the very beginning with Connor.
Yeah.
And this also included my vote. And so I do want to give each of you the opportunity to talk about my vote a little bit more, because I do want to hear. Because I do think like the early merge like boot kind of sets up the table for how the rest of the game unfolds. So if you did vote for me, was it more of this live tribal council, I was a victim to the chaos, or was it more of a strategic move? Because if it was, I want to hear about it. And if you didn't vote for me, then use this opportunity to tell me your favorite moment you had with me in the game.
Can I do both? Because I voted for you. I just liked our little conversation we had in the morning. It was nice. And so, strategic move. You were not entirely a victim of the live tribal. It was set up before the live tribal had happened, but the live tribal helped finalize it. So what I mean by that is, like I mentioned beforehand, my goal was to continue playing the middle bounce between sides. Nolan and I came up with the idea together. Like, Joe is probably the easiest person of that contingent for us to eliminate at this point. Unfortunately, I thought that we thought we were going to have Emily immediately on board, Corey immediately on board, Dakota immediately on board for it, but they all wanted to vote for Jimmy, which at that point I still needed Jimmy around. Like me and Jimmy are working, obviously, like we're here. I trusted you a lot as well. I felt like, later down the line, Jimmy's probably an easier person to throw out in front of me than you, given just like me and Jimmy are similar. Like, we're loud, and like you're not loud. And so I needed another loud person. And so part of that live tribal was I mean, I talked to you. Was that the tribal where I was like basically like all up like this on you, like on the couch? That helped kind of finalize. I was like, no, like this is happening. Does that answer the question? Okay, thanks, Joe.
I love this question because I think it gets to the heart of what I needed to do to get here for this season. That was the vote. That was the first vote at the merge that had a live tribal. And though Nolan gave me some gunpowder, I felt like I created the explosion for the live tribal. And subsequently after that, so that's when I'm the first one. Roll the tape back. I'm the first one to get up to Dakota and Emily, and confront them and be like, "Hey, who are you voting for?" And Emily wouldn't look at me in the eyes, because never mind. And so I was like, so at that point, every single time someone was throwing out my name, and I love Ben. I personally, when I sit on a jury, am not like a big fan of someone being like, I got 0 votes because of my social game. I'm the kind of person that's like, bro, I had to fight starting at final 10. My name was in every single person's mouth. And there was 0 chance I wasn't fighting. And so, Joe, I was pissed. And truthfully, I had the least autonomy in your vote. I was pissed that it was you because you were a big part of my plan this weekend. Once we got to the merge, it was like, yeah, I need Joe. But I knew it was you or me, and I knew it wasn't going to be me. and so or I wasn't gonna let it be me.
Yeah.
And so I tried to create chaos every time after that, particularly your 4 votes. I was moving around a lot for that. Favorite one was the car ride.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, I really didn't get to play with you that much. I was in the dark on your boat, so I can't really speak to that. My favorite moment with you was when we first arrived downstairs and we were both just like, "Oh my god, there are so many fucking people." So we just kind of looked at each other like, "Oh, okay. We don't have to talk. Like we don't have to talk." And we just kind of stayed in a little corner for a while, and I think Dakota joined us. So it was kind of nice having that like mutual respect of like, you know what? We don't have to do the fake stuff right now. We can just move on.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Good luck.
Hi.
Hey.
Obviously, I was a victim of mental warfare. Once you get in my head, the game's over for me. So props to everyone. So I really don't remember the last vote or how it went. It just kind of was like, I'm good, get me out of here. But congratulations to all 3 of you getting here. I'm gonna start obviously with Jimmy.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to ask if I would have told you that I didn't write your name down. That I didn't, but yeah, I voted for Joe and I didn't write your name down.
Yeah.
Would you have still fleshed out my idol, or would you have just sat down and shut the fuck up?
Yeah. That's honestly a great question, and I would have to think about it because I'm not 100% sure. Because when you pulled me over to the side and you're like, "What are we doing in this game?" And that was the like potentially the first vote, and I was like, "Feels pretty set, like it's a vote." And you're like, "No, what are we doing in this game?" And I was like, "Well, who?" And that actually felt really meaningful to me, and I thought we could run with that a little bit. So then when the vote starts to move towards you, and then I found out you had an idol, and then I found out that it was going to be me. That's why I went into we need to get the idol out, because if my name's already being thrown out, an idol could really screw me. So I don't think so, but I honestly don't know. I was also so I think most people know this, that Nolan's idol that he played on that same vote was one that I gave him. And I gave him that in the early part of the game because I was getting 2 different answers about what was going on in the villains tribe. I knew that Nolan was going to be good for my gameplay because he's a troll, so he gets out in front, but also he was going to vote. Well, he did vote for me eventually, but and so I slid that to him. When I stood up, my initial plan was to make sure that he played that for me if you played your idol.
Ben.
Yes.
You were always super friendly. Like you said, you had a great social game. I think you did have your voice in everyone's ear here. When you first came to us in the merge, it was like a plan, like, okay, me, you, Emily, the people we had already came in together. You just mentioned and elaborated it's because we went for Jimmy that you kind of were like backed off of that.
Yeah.
If there was never a conversation on Jimmy's name, do you think, like, basically, do you think you would have continued with that alliance? / are you happy with the alliance you brought to this point?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I keep going back to this. The ultimate goal was to stay in the middle. So the reason I would come, so the conversation that I had with you of like, okay, like raise your hand if I said to you, like, I feel like there's a consensus forming of, and then like said a couple people. I feel like right, like, right. So I would. It was similar every time. Like, if I was like, okay, like Dakota, like it's Emily, Corey, Nolan, me, and Kira, and then I'd be like, oh, like maybe it's like me, Emma, Emily. Like I would like sprinkle
Switch
in
it
like
around.
right. But I would sprinkle it around a little bit differently so that everyone felt like they were part of this. Like it was never like a firm alliance because then everyone's like, Ben's making an alliance, but it was like the semblance of the idea of a majority forming is generally enough to persuade someone to go with it, and that was the goal. So yeah, there's definitely the reason that I play it that way is because it is really fluid and like it allows me to be adaptable based on what other people throw out. Like I didn't go like, okay, I'm going to vote off Joe and then we're going to vote off Dakota. Like, who does that? Like that doesn't work. So to answer your question, there's absolutely a world where I could have continued with you guys just based on the names that came out. That wasn't what was going to work for me for the strategy that was going to work best for me. But it would have been really cool if it did.
I didn't really have a question for you starting out. I think like obviously you were really friendly and when we were on the villain side, and I thought we vibed with each other a lot. But then you mentioned that you had to hand a lot of votes, and when you didn't, it was chaotic. I mean, not that you want to dive more into it, but like, so you obviously swayed me for Matt's vote on the villain side. I was probably the odd one out trying to vote Nolan. That's on me. Do you have like another example where like maybe I was a part of it that I could like recall on where you might have been able to get inside my head and help me sway towards a vote or not?
No, only because when I realized that you were so swaying on the Matt vote, I got in my head and I thought it was because you wanted to go after me. So if you were gonna be going after me, I wanted to put space between us and I wanted to put your name out there instead. So immediately when we found out the next day that we weren't gonna be going to final tribal council, or like we didn't have time to talk before going if we didn't do the challenge or didn't get whatever it's called, immunity. And immediately I talked to Corey. I said, there's something going on with Dakota. I sowed those seeds out. I also did that to Richie. So as soon as I felt that you might switch up, yeah, I immediately started to put your name out there because I wanted to insulate myself well in case if you turned on me.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Emily.
Hi, guys. Nolan, by the way, got out before me. Just heads up. Just a heads up. Just a heads up. It was so great playing with all of you guys. And it was great coming back. Thanks for asking me, Devin. I have individual questions, but to start off, I don't agree with Richie in a way. I agree but disagree. I feel like one or two of you deserve to be here and maybe one doesn't. And I think it's a pitch that I need to hear from certain people, and a lot of your answers are going to mean a lot to me because I don't know who I'm voting right now. So I guess I'll start. Amelia, you haven't started in a minute. I need you to pitch to me a respectable move that you did and why you should win over these two. Because from my point of view, I look at them and they played a better game than you in a social aspect and in a strategic aspect. So I need you to pitch to me why you should win over them.
All right. So one thing that I'm famous for is
Yeah, I need you to talk your shit.
One thing that I'm famous for is that I always jump into groups and I always interrupt people a shit ton. And I do it on purpose. I I always know what the talk is. I always had kind of a thing, except for Joe. I was so in the dark on Joe. I'll just be so straight up. That was Ben and Nolan just fucking going at it. You have to understand that my gameplay strategy is not out there. I am not going to make these huge moves. I didn't find idols. I didn't find advantages. You know, I get that. But also the reason that I am here right now is because I voted correctly with people that I needed to. I kept the big shields, which I told you and Dakota right away when we were talking, and y'all were like, who the fuck did you want to get out? I think you guys wanted to get out Nolan. And I said, no, don't get Nolan out. Why the fuck would you get him out? He's such a good shield right now because he's a big player. And coming into this, guess what? Do you see how they all wanted to get Nolan out? Yeah, they did because he's a big player and that put votes off of me. So for me, yeah, it's a little bit of hiding. It was a little bit of talking to people at all fucking times. I was definitely moving throughout. I always kind of knew what was happening. You two, you know, Corey and you guys definitely did a lot of fucking work. Good job. But also understood, I picked up on that literally immediately. Like, it's not as if you guys were slick about it. I literally immediately picked up on it and I talked to people about it. Yes, I'm not even joking. It was by the Richie round. I was already saying, guys, we need to look out for Emily and Corey. You have to understand that I am correct a lot. I say a lot, and just people don't like to listen, or they just want, you know, everybody has their own game. So I respect it, but the reason I am here is because I put up all your guys' fucking names at the right times.
Okay, good pitch, Jimmy.
Sure. My miss.
I wish we talked more together and we were able to work more with each other. But if we were to do something different, name one thing you wish you did differently from the start of the merge to the end. More of a strategic gameplay route if it was alliances, if it was getting someone out later that you thought was better.
Totally.
If you felt like you should have lined with X, Y, and Z instead of listening to this person,
Yeah.
name one thing. And maybe that would have helped you even better to maybe not be in this position or be in this position with different people.
Totally. I don't mean this like negatively toward them. This is the once I was seeing how certain things were playing out, this position I wanted to be in, particularly when he had the Nolan vote where he sort of flopped. Like, let's be real. They tried to vote me out, and I was one of their biggest allies, and Nolan got voted out, and it just like did not work at all. Like, and so I think so. So truth be told, like ideally, I would be where I am right now. Yeah. I think that like generally speaking, even though it was like fun to do to give Nolan my idol, I do probably wish I would have kept it. Like, truth be told. And I think that because then I got to a certain point where I was just like, I need it. I bluffed. I like jumped up here and said I grabbed an idol. That's the fake idol I played because I've like very genuinely needed an idol in order to. I didn't need one. Obviously, I'm here without one. But at a certain point, I was like, I needed to play a lot bigger because I didn't have safety. And so not giving him that when there was the reality of him blindsiding me was for sure something I regret.
Awesome.
Can I say something to what he said before you ask me my question?
Sure.
Yeah, the vote to get you out objectively did not work, but that's because Corey and Emily outfoxed all of us, not because of you outmaneuvering me and Nolan. You had no idea it was coming.
I know. I didn't
Go ahead.
say. Wait. I didn't say that I outmaneuvered you. I said you flopped. And that which is
We all flopped. We were all blindsided that vote, except for those two.
yeah, genuinely the coolest vote of the season. Like I'm not saying like I wasn't trying to take credit from them.
Yeah.
Ben,
Emily.
I respect your social game and the games that we played and how you played them. But off the bat, I know that you're very socially heavy, in which Dakota said you had your hands in a lot of pot with a lot of people. You had a lot of verbiage, and you knew what was happening. Who did you initially see yourself taking to the end, and how did it change?
That's a great question. I did always want to go to the end with Amelia. I think strategically we were pretty well aligned. I also just think we are different enough as players that I felt like I think Amelia's pitching herself very well right now, but I think with both of us pitching ourselves well, we are different enough that I can differentiate myself. I just trusted Amelia a lot. And then from the start of the game, I really actually thought for a while, Emma, you and I were going to go to the end together. It hit a point where I recognized that, I felt that Jimmy and Corey and Kira were probably bigger shields than you were for me. And it hit a point where I was like, I just got to make it to the end and I need to do a shield strategy. I don't know what you're saying right now. I need to do a shield strategy. And it made more sense to not have you there. But I don't really care that I'm sitting next to me. It really hit a point where I was like, I just need to make it to the end. And I feel confident enough about my game that I really don't care who I'm sitting next to.
I should have interrupted you.
That's okay. The answer is Emma and Amelia.
Okay, Amelia.
Good.
At the last tribal, you said, I feel the most confident with who I'm picking to go with me, knowing that you're going to vote out Kira. Why did you feel more confident against them than you did with Kira?
I'm not gonna lie, I think that was just talk. Like, I'm gonna be so like genuinely for real with you.
Okay.
I felt very uncomfortable voting out Kira. When you're doing stuff like that and there's cameras around, sometimes you have to be performative. That was just talk.
I just want to make sure because honestly, that was kind of chatter on our side.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to say we, but me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I was in your position, I would have picked the two boys.
Oh God, no, that wasn't my position.
I didn't know. So I'm asking you that because I wanted to know if you genuinely wanted to take them. And if you would have done it different, I know, because honestly, if I was you, I wouldn't have wanted to be with both of them.
If you want me to be completely, totally straight up for real with you right now,
this is your time.
I fucked up.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Do you want? Okay, guys. So listen, I already told Kira this. I kind of forgot about the steal a vote, but I also looked at Emma. So Kira explained the steal a vote. She said she was gonna steal a vote and do it for Jimmy, and then she walked away. But she said something else about like Ben or Corey or something. And I looked at Emma and I went, "Wait, so what are we doing?" And she was like, "Well, do you want to make a big move?" And I was like, "Oh boy." So I didn't. I I really should have clarified there, like just so genuinely. My ideal final three would have been those two girls.
Okay.
110%. I think that it would have been a very even battle. I think that they played amazing games.
Okay.
And I think that these two are very good at talking their way out of things. So.
Okay.
First off, I want to start off with saying congratulations to all three of you. It's been a super long day and a half, honestly, and it's been a roller coaster nonetheless also. So just want to throw it out there. Congratulations. You guys are still here at the end of the day, no matter what for this season. I'm going to keep it pretty brief. I'm going to give you guys all the same question. I think I've heard a lot at this point. So whether it's some things I agree with and some things I disagree with, take that with a grain of salt. But my question ultimately is, at what moment in the game were you least in control, and what damage control did you specifically put in place to help you either repair your game or get control back in your hands?
Sorry.
So finally I get to talk about Vin. From very early on, like Vin, well, during the social hour I bonded with you, Emily, and you, Vin, like both. And I transparently, I had figured I was going to be on the Heroes tribe for no reason other than the fact that I knew Nolan was a villain, and I just didn't think me and Nolan, just like you two, you wouldn't be put together. I mean, I'm not dating Nolan, but I just didn't think we'd be put together. But then when I was, pleasantly surprised, like, oh, wait, I'm with Vin. That's great. I really tried to build a bond with you. Like, I felt like we got along really well. And I made sure the first vote was Connor. That's what it was. But then when we went back again, and it was like, it seemed like it was going to be because you had done such a good job insulating yourself with all of us, that it was going to be Vin or Kyle. I was like, I am not voting off Vin. Like, I will not vote off Vin. I felt like that was just like a bond that was going to be really good for me in the game. And then we went again, and then Vin got voted off. And there was like, you like, tell me if I'm wrong. Like, I feel like I kind of pushed back when
Definitely pushed back, and
right.
I vouched for it. So
Yeah,
sorry, man.
yeah, right. And so that vote just like, right. I couldn't do it. I couldn't save Vin, and I knew like the optics were so bad because I had just told you in the room in the basement during the challenge that like me and Vin were good, and that like I felt like we were insulated and good.
And I knew you had that going for you, and I didn't like it from
Right,
the start.
exactly. No, exactly. So good on you for getting rid of him, but like objectively, I was just out of control there, and so like immediately, like you are probably the first conversation I had when we merged, right? Immediately, right?
Well, not just that.
Emily, I did. Yeah. I feel like I did, right? Like I got back in your good graces. We weren't like having the same idea of what we wanted to do on the Joe versus Jimmy vote, but like we ended up voting together. But even then, I was like, we're gonna keep each other in the loop here. I feel like you were like rightfully pretty pissed, and I feel like I did what I needed to do to get back in your good graces. So that would be my answer to your question.
I think I think it really depends on how we define control, because there's a certain point where I had such a big target that my control was making sure that people were putting other people's names down. And so like, while I didn't want Joe to go home, it's like, I, again, didn't want me to go home last. So least control, like, again, we came downstairs and Richie's, it was like already done. I felt like at that point, it was like the only person I had talked to that wanted to for sure keep Richie was Corey. And I was just like, we didn't. He did. He was the only one. He said that, and then you come over and you pick him up and carry him away, like, but then everyone else was like, it's basically over. And so I was like, I don't have any control here, and honestly, I'm not going down with the burning ship. And so that was my least control. I do want to say, for interrupting him earlier.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Well, no. I'm gonna tell you why. I've been called a shield by both. Shield strategy only works if your shield's not at the end with you.
So I think that the point that I had the least amount of control was the Kayla vote out, which was like the first vote out on our tribe. Obviously you weren't there to experience the villains tribe. It was chaotic as fuck over there. It literally, it was awful. It was so awful. We would we'd go around and we'd have one name, we'd go around, we'd have another name, we'd go around, we have another name. And specifically, I think it was Dakota. She asked me, she goes, "So are you friends with Kayla?" And I liked her at that point. So I was like, well, yeah, like I'm friends with Kayla. And when we were at Final Tribal Council, Nolan leans over to me, he goes, "We're voting Kayla." And I hadn't even heard. And I hadn't even heard that name being pitched yet. And we had gone through what, 20, 30 minutes of deliberating. So the damage control that I did right away was I could tell, I mean, Matt started pitching me immediately the next round. So the biggest damage control that I did was taking him the fuck out. So I did that. I leaned into Corey more. I tried getting him on my side a lot more. Tried figuring out what he was thinking. Paired right up with Nolan. Paired right up with Richie. As soon as I didn't know what was happening, I was like, "Oh fuck no!" So I went ahead and I talked to absolutely everybody. And from that point on the Villains tribe, we were basically all cohesive. So
Before I go, I just want to say I think you guys are great people, and I hope that none of what I say flows into our personal lives outside of the game. I'm not a bitter juror. I'm a villain. I'm here for a reason. And as a fellow performative male, just not in a good way. So just keep that in mind. But I think all y'all's gameplay flat out stank. I think this is the weakest final three we could have possibly had, considering the 3 women that were eliminated before me. And also, I will obviously include myself, because why the fuck wouldn't I? You guys legit played like pussies. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? You guys played complacent. You never guys to me didn't want to make a move at all. You guys just ran with your 4 or 5 whatever the fucking people you had and just did not want to move fluidly within the game, which I understand, but come on, make a move to differentiate yourself between, especially you two. The fact that you guys never turned on each other, that's a massive mistake. No, I'm still speaking. It's a massive mistake for your guys' game, and you're not even going to get a chance to talk about that. So I don't care. So what I'm just going to say is, unfortunately for you guys, I love flashy plays. We saw how I play. I'm out there. But every single one of you guys flew below the radar, which I respect to a certain degree. You have to, kind of what you said, you have to manage your threat level, right? But you guys just flew below the radar all game and didn't decide to make a single move that you can truly call your own. Because I feel like all you guys kind of worked in cohesion. At least that's how I feel. So this whole game. So come on, I don't fucking respect that. I don't respect any of your games. Make a fucking move. But that being said, I have no idea who I'm voting. I'm wide fucking open. I'm an open vote for you guys. So channel your inner villain here. Talk your shit and tell me which one of you played the weakest game and why isn't it you?
I feel like I can almost address the elephant in the room, because I feel as if I'm the person that people don't feel believes should belong here. Personally, I have always been an extremely loud person. I've always been extremely out there, always been in the open. And I've learned through this game that is not always the tactic that works. The first time I played, the reason I got out was because I was so incredibly out there, okay? The second time, the reason I got out is because my first game, I was too chaotic. So you have to understand that from what I have learned from my past games is that I do better flying under the radar. Because when I am loud and I am out there, it puts a target on my back. And I mean, Kira tried pulling that at the final however long. You tried pulling that, Why? Is it because you thought that I was an easy out because I didn't belong here? Or do you think that it was more because I did play a really good game under the radar?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think those two were never going to turn on each other.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
The reason why I went out, because obviously we couldn't vote her.
Mhm.
Right. So the only fucking possible option was you. And
Yeah.
I'm not dissing your game. I'm
Yeah.
not you can ask them. I vouch for you in there. I have vouched for you.
I can test.
Yeah. I have vouched for you.
Yes, yes.
But that doesn't mean that I respect your guys' games as a whole.
No, I totally get that.
But,
You play a completely different gameplay, dude.
100%. But it's all about managing your threat level.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And you can play chaotic. You can be psycho. You can talk your shit. And I've proved that. I've won playing that way. I've gone in second place playing that way. I did 5th. I've done this so many fucking times. You can do that. But I understand that's me. That's just me.
I was gonna say, I don't want to interrupt you, but
you're fine.
Unfortunately, I'm giving props to Ben on this one. His little quote of he can only win by playing his game. Ben can only win by playing Ben's game.
Yeah.
You can only win playing out loud because that is how your game goes.
Yeah.
That is how you do the best.
Jimmy Oki invite is rescinded.
This is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I'm playing.
Vote rescinded.
But respectfully on the turning on Ben, you're wrong. I think starting at Emma's vote, I did what was best for my game, but I'm gonna prove to you that I would have, because that's the easiest or the hardest thing to do. Richie said he doesn't respect like advantages, idols, stuff like that. I decided to use idols and advantages socially this time, which is why I gave Nolan the idol. Another thing that I did was I had the peak of vote, whatever, with Kira. Yeah. I didn't go in there to see who Kira was voting for, though it was helpful. I went in there and I said, Kira, we have to split the votes on Ben next time because of his idol. And he at that point was not good for my gameplay because he had just tried to turn on me. Mm-hmm. And so Kara can vouch for this. I walked in there, and even though she was plotting against me in the next vote, the reality was I went in there to have a strategic moment with Kira about what we were about to do next, not to actually see her vote. And so I wanted to use it creatively. I felt like that was a creative use, and at that point I was looking to turn on Ben.
Okay, well, but that doesn't answer my. Which one of you guys played the? Throw one of the guys up here under the bus.
The answer to your question is Jimmy, because I think his final tribal has been really bad. I'm serious. I think you can do all that you want to do to get up to final tribal and all the maneuvering you want and stuff to talk about, and then you can get up here and you can pander and give halfway answers and try to make people happy instead of giving it to them straight and giving them specific answers, and that's how you lose the game at the end. Mm-hmm. So my answer is Jimmy to your question.
All right, Jimmy, what's your answer then?
I knew he was going to answer it on it. Like, I love Amelia. My answer is Amelia. Okay. Like she was loud. Dude, she was like, I knew where she was voting every time. Felt like she was locked in on one particular side every time, and there was not like a ton of maneuvering there. Yeah. Truth be told.
I'm the weakest player. I'm the weakest link. To quote Addie the baddie, I miss her so much. I am the weakest link. No, honestly, like, I can completely understand why you guys wouldn't respect my gameplay. I've already explained why I changed it up, and yeah, that's why I'm here. So if that reads as weakness, totally cool with me, man. I'm in final 3.
It wins a win right there.
Corey, can I ask you a clarification?
Yeah. Because they talked a while, you didn't get
that. No, that's okay. I mean, I answered your question.
Yeah.
You had asked me not to talk about final 8 as like a turning on them, but that is genuinely the point where I was like, we had that conversation, us three and Nolan in the bathroom upstairs. Where I was like, wait, like this is fun. Let's like actually please do this. I was ready to do it. You guys outplayed us. I respect that game move. At that point, then it wasn't even about who I know, who I don't. It was these people just hosed me.
Yeah.
So that's why it went the way it did. I meant that. I'm not.
Yeah.
The like big dogs need big dogs talk was a huge talking point.
No,
for us.
I completely.
Like, he can say I'm like having a bad tribal. The reality is like one of our names was out there every single round. Yeah. 2 of our names were not. Like I don't know what else to say to that. Like I wish I had played with you to get back to that. Like more, absolutely. However, when I am like dealing with the fact that every person is coming for me, I don't have time to have tea with people. Do you know what I mean? Like the reality is I had to do what I had to do to get here, regardless of the fact that everyone wanted me out of 10. And I'm here. Like that's insane.
I want to start by saying I am not bitter, and I need you to know that with everything I say next. I'm not going to vote emotionally. None of y'all voted emotionally, and I hope you respect the same. I'm going to be brutally honest. Outside of personal, take it all out. You guys know how I feel about you personally. Mm-hmm. The person that I want to vote for to win this game is not sitting here. Mm-hmm. I do not know. I genuinely, listening to all of that, I do not know who I want to vote for. Listening to you guys talk the whole entire time, I disagree with a lot of what you were saying in it being correct reads of the situation of what was going on in the game.
So I want to ask a question around kind of game awareness, to see maybe who I can get the best grasp on, like who had the best awareness on what was going on. It's gonna be a two-part, but it's like the same question just flipped. So my first question is, I want to know a time that you felt you were being manipulated and that you clocked it, and what did you do about it? And I will say, I think there is a correct answer.
Specifically with the manipulation, it was when I was talking with Corey, and he gave me the whole entire speech of like, whatever happens out here stays out here. And as soon as that shit happened, I knew in my head, okay, yeah, like this bitch is fucking with me. And then specifically, immediately the next time we were like, it was after merge, Dakota came up to me and she was like, I know that you pitched my name, and the only person I pitched it to was Corey. So I already had clocked that Corey was trying to get on my good side and definitely using that like, oh, we're just buddy buddies. That's why I really wasn't trying to work with him after merge.
Okay. I want to also clarify, it doesn't have to be a specific instance, just you know what I mean.
Relationship.
Oh, if we're going in general, it's these bitches running circles around us. I literally said it a million times to you. It was Corey, Emily, and Dakota. They literally were working together, and I swear to God, because we would go into these votes, and all of a sudden, I would have like this completely and total idea. You know, we would have this idealism, right? And then all of a sudden, we'd be here, and you see who was talking. Emily was the one that was going all around on the sofa, talking in everybody's ear. You could tell when she was pulling people aside. You can literally just see with the fact of how people walk around and everything. Emily, you were going fucking hard. You were in everybody's ear, and that a little bit of manipulation. And you also were all like, "I love you, girl," and then who knows what's going on behind the fucking scenes.
I'm glad that you clocked that. I also clocked the fuck out of that, but I'm glad that you did.
Yeah, I know. I got you, girl.
My answer is you, Kira, starting probably around the Emma vote. I think that was the 2 you voted for me.
Correct.
Yeah. So you coming out, I obviously, like, I just asked Emma, but I was like, at that point I was fairly sure both were you. The Amelia splitting between me and Amelia made no sense. And so there was a shift in your persona where I was just like, Kira's going to do what she needs to do. She does not plan to take me to the end. Like you might have changed your mind like at a certain point, but there was a certain point at like 6 where I was just like, there is a shift in Kira, and I think I can't trust her. And I told this to Amelia and Emma even a little bit, where I was just like, guys, like, I know you guys think Kira is locked. She's not as locked as you think she's locked. Yeah. You don't feel the same. You vote. You literally.
What do you mean? You don't think I was locked on what?
Me. I didn't know about them, but me. I cared about me at the point.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know
okay.
what I mean.
Mhm.
You voted for me twice.
I did.
Yeah. So I think I was. There's some evidence there, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
My believe it or not, my answer is actually going to be Nolan, and let me explain. We were obviously like in lockstep with each other, but he's a really like strong bulldozer type of personality, and like I came into this always wanting like to work with Nolan. Like I figured we would have fun, and it was fun. But it hit a point like we agreed on the Joe vote, but the next vote was for Dakota, and at that point Nolan wanted to go for Kira, and I said absolutely the fuck not. But he hit me with the pitch of like, well, like we gotta move forward with Corey and Emily and Dakota. I'm like, okay, but like I'm on the bottom of a 5-person alliance then. So I was part of pushing, he's fucking loud as shit, and I was part of pushing him more towards Dakota as opposed to you, who was more beneficial to me than you were to Nolan.
Can you expand on why you're like, no way, we can't vote for Kira? Like, what's your reasoning behind that?
The reasoning was that I knew you were super fucking loyal to me. You'd proven it to me over and over again, and I knew that to continue playing the middle like I wanted to, I needed people here who, like, if I was going to continue moving forward with Nolan, which I planned to for a long time in the game, I needed people around who were closer to me than they were to Nolan. In case I had to turn on him, I would have the ammunition to get him out, and he wouldn't have the ammunition to get me out.
Gotcha. Okay. I really want to clarify I'm not bitter. Like I need to make sure you guys know that. I hoped that question that I just asked would get one of you to say something that I needed to hear you say, and neither of you said it. So I'm a little disappointed, and I still don't know what to do.
Can I have more evidence that I think you were more wishy-washy than I thought? Dude, when Emily was still in, I forgot it started earlier. I just remembered this. Emily, it's still not, but I'm still going to tell you. Emily comes to me and she's like, dude, we got to think about Kira. Like, it was her and Corey. And then they go off and I'm like, Kira, I just want you to know that, like, your name has been said, because we were in lockstep. Emily comes to me maybe 2 minutes later. She's literally walking. She goes, dude, Kira told me that you told her that I said her name. And so I'm just like, obviously you got to play both sides, but I'm just like, Kira is not as locked in with me, and I need to make sure that I am hitting I'm pushing it to the margins, how much work I'm doing with every single person at that point. That makes sense.
So the flip of the question is to tell me a time that you manipulated someone and that you don't think that they know that you did. And what was the situation and what did you do?
Well, first things first, I did go ahead and bring a bunch of extra snacks and Jello shots, and I baked homemade cookies. Exactly. Obviously, I obviously I wanted to bring stuff just because I'm a nice person, whatever. But like, you guys really think I'm gonna provide for a whole entire tribe for no reason? That's hilarious. So there's that. There's the fact that I provided cigarettes for some people. There's the fact that I have just, been kind of a listener, just kind of a yes man. Let's just address it. Richie. I did keep Richie in the dark about the vote out on him, which I'm sorry, Richie. And I did just play happy go lucky, and I did lull Richie into a fake sense of security. So that is something that I did do, and Richie did not know that. So yeah, that is a very specific one that I did.
Most of mine was the pre-merge to make sure I had the right people at the merge with me. The biggest one was Vin. I think Vin and I had the Big City Boys alliance with it was Joe, Vin, and myself, because we all live next to big cities. We don't even live in the big cities. We live next to the big cities. So the Big Cities Boys. Yeah. It was a sick BCB. Never forget. However, I saw Ben utilizing the Van Emily reality. And truth be told, I do think I actually didn't wish we didn't lose that, but I do know I needed to keep Vin close enough that he'd tell me everything. And he, in an instant, was like, dude, I think we need to consider Ben. And I took that to Ben to make sure that Vin went out there instead of Emma. And so, do I feel bad? Yes. But are we going to drink later? Yes. So I think that was the major one, because I knew Emma was working with me at the merge a lot more than Ven was, and so I needed to manipulate there.
So I'm gonna talk about Final Four, but stuff leading up to Final Four and rounds beforehand.
Okay.
I think that I spent, as the numbers are starting to dwindle down, I recognize that I needed to lock down a couple different one-on-one relationships to ensure myself security in case I didn't have my idol or didn't have immunity, right? Transparently, I was kind of shocked that my name didn't come up at all at Final Four. Maybe I'm delusional and think I was playing better than I was. My perception that Jimmy and I were deciding between Amelia and Kira. And I think a lot of that came from the fact that, it's little subtle moments that add up, right? Like when you and I are sitting on the couch while they have their eyes closed finishing the challenge, I look at you, I say, no matter what, we're good. No matter what, we're good. And I had moments like that with Amelia up in the bathroom upstairs. Like come on, like you and me, like come on. Like it's little subtle moments like that add up that make people feel more comfortable. Like Corey, you're right. It's not flashy and fun, but it's really intentional. And I like these games are so quick that the biggest thing that you have to do is actually take advantage of tiny little moments, like walking up the steps to the fucking challenges, walking down the steps to challenges. Like those are moments that you have such little time that you have to take advantage of every single moment to give someone a smile, a wink, a nod, a little eye glance. So it's not exciting. You're right, but it fucking worked. I mean, it worked. And I like specifically, I think that with you two kept me safe at Final Four. But I'm hoping that all of you can recognize that that's what I was trying to do the rest of the game.
Can I weigh in on something? And you can push back on this.
I'm going to.
Well, the reality, I told Kira this. The Final Four vote was not between you and Kira. It was between these two because I know you guys better. And so I said it was a heart vote or a logical vote. The heart vote would have been to vote out Amelia. The logical vote would have been to vote out Kira because she sweeps. Like Kira smoked, and maybe not sweeps. Maybe no one votes for him. But I don't care about that. It was the moment. I don't know if Corey remembers this, but we were having a one-on-one where he at the Final Five where he was pitching everyone, and he goes, bro, we could vote out Amelia or Ben, but listen, Kira is playing this game like a queen. Can't remember. You don't say queen, but like he's like she is cooking. Everyone loves her, and I'm like Kira's perception. I think Corey was tuned in to the jury's perception at that point, and I knew Corey was on the jury. And so his perception was the jury's perception. I sat there and I was just like, yeah, I'm not even thinking about between these two. Like Kira is very clearly the big threat. And so that, yes, Ben, you have a great social game. Like I love you as a person. Like, but I'm not going to say like you winking at me in between challenges is why I voted out Kira over you. Do you know what I mean?
That's not what I said, but yeah.
Dude, we all winked at each other. We all bump each other. Like you do
but we all didn't get voted off.
Correct. Yeah, I'm also here. Like I did this stuff too. Do you know what I mean? And so like, yes, like you are really good socially, but like I also jabbed Emily when we were walking by at times. Like I also like smack Corey on the butt a little bit sometimes. You know what I mean? Like we all do these things. And so I do think you are very good at it, but I don't want that to be like, look what all these subtle things I was doing. Yeah, bro. Like I didn't sleep last night so we could make the Big City Boys Alliance. You know what I mean? Like we were all doing things like that.
Amelia, I said I wanted to go to the finals with you. I was good with you, and I was never gunning for you. And that includes never writing a name down to be voted out. I'm a man of my word. You're not getting my vote. Jimmy and Ben, I trifled with a lot during the whole thing. None of us know what we want to do between them because unfortunately, as much as I want to give Amelia her flowers and would love to see another woman win, I feel like it kind of does come down to Ben and Jimmy. And it's hard because I feel like one way or another, I'm pissing someone off and then they're going to be like, oh, have fun in March or some shit like that.
Wow. All three kind of blew me away. I'm super impressed with Amelia and how she like explained her game because I didn't see that, and like I respected that so much more. Ben, like I think hands down had the best social game. Jimmy had a fantastic social game as well. But the fact that he was able to stay alive when he was in trouble every time, like I think gives it that little extra edge for me. And so my vote's going to be for Jimmy. You rocked it. I hope you win.
I mean, he did talk a good game, and
This is so sad. This is my last confessional of the season. I had a really good time. I'll be back. I'm really happy that my friends are in Final 3. They deserve it. Kind of. I wish I was there. But
I'm gonna vote for Ben. I do think he did play the best game, and he's also my very good friend. I think it's gonna be close between Ben and Jimmy, but I think if the jury makes the right decision, Ben should be the winner. So we'll see. Good luck. Like I said, you've got 1. You need 4 more. Good luck. You owe me a drink.
2. Now it's between the boys for me, of course. So Ben, let's start off with Ben. He played the best social game out of the 3 of them up there. He had his hands in a lot of pots. Mine too, specifically. And he tried the most out of the 3 of them to make new connections. Me being like me not playing any games with them, that means a lot to me. Now Jimmy, as much as I didn't have alliance with him, I respect the part that he was on a ballot almost every time. And I was out there shooting his name out to the wall trying to get his ass out, and it never fucking worked. So, but to have a vote almost every time and bouncing back from that, bouncing back, you're doing something right. You're getting someone to throw my name down, to throw someone else's name down, if it's through Ben or through someone else. So I'm shaking because I'm so anxious. I don't know who I'm going to vote for.
This vote is honestly probably at least what I had going for me with loyalty and people I trust for the time frame of the game that I was in, at least. Not sure I was fully happy with some of the answers that were just shown there, so I think I'm trying to even pull my vote out of that even at this point. So
Last time ever I'll ever be in this room writing name on parchment, unless I'm on the real show, which would be a fucking miracle. Yeah, I think none of them gave any compelling things that convinced me to win. But you know, when it comes to navigating threat levels, as someone who's played this many times, and I do respect somebody who's able to navigate their threat level, no matter how big, how small.
2 of my dearest friends are sitting in that final 3. I mean that with my whole heart. I based on the final tribal, I think a lot of them they said a lot of things incorrect about what was going on in the game, and I'm having a hard time because I don't think either of them showed up into that tribal council strategically with the best answers or game awareness. I laid out on a platter. I said there's a correct answer for them to recognize that I was playing the fuck out of them. Jimmy got the closest. He said it, but he was like, oh, like at whatever point in the merge. I'm like, I've been you know what I mean? I think Ben said more incorrect things. And he thinks that he has my vote no matter what, which tells me he's not aware. I think Jimmy was a little bit more aware. I also think Amelia did a really good job, honestly, in the final tribal council. I had to go into the jury roundtable and explain like some of her like growth in the game, because like people don't really know her, you know. And I think she owned that tribal pretty well, honestly. But she admitted some things that she wasn't in control of or whatever.
All right, what a frickin' season. 16 of our best players / characters we've ever had the worlds collide of Whitewater and Wisconsin. And honestly, I didn't think I'd be sitting here 4 years later after Legends thinking that we would have a bigger season. I think we did, and it's insane. It was sad to see a lot of early people go, like Vin, crushed my heart seeing Connor grow out. Honestly, I kind of teared up because I've known that kid since I was 5, so thank you guys for that. All 3 of you have had incredible journeys on our show, and we're honored to have you a part of it. Jury, you guys gave insane, great questions, and I hope you somewhat got the answers you're looking for. Richie, I want to acknowledge you because you've done a lot for our show and everything and helping, and it was really cool to see you come back and play. I know you played a lot, but it has been a long time. And I'm glad we got to get a pretty good final tribal council speech, as we expected.
Say, Richie, this is by far the most growth I've seen out of your game. Like, I saw what you did. I saw how much you held yourself to get. That's a lot.
Most importantly, though, I'm going to shout out production.
Yes.
Everybody,
Yes.
everybody Amaris coming and helping us was a huge lift up for us. She kicked ass and she cares. Stide, Tyler, like seriously, you guys really stepped up and improved, and I cannot thank you guys enough for how much you guys did. Confessional King over there and Stibe, I cannot believe the angles you're getting on this final tribal council. So I really appreciate it, and you guys just, we've done this so many times, but it's really cool to see some players' growth in the game, but like production, it just like, it makes the seasons always better. Alex, it doesn't need to be said, you kick ass at it, you know that.
Jamil
And
too. Like,
Jamil obviously
the planning
too.
of it was insane.
Jamil did a lot behind the scenes beforehand, which is really huge for us, and he was also a new member of it, so that was awesome. So
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys all coming out here in the middle of fucking nowhere.
And Devin and Christian.
Yes. Alright, so you want to hear your name here? Winner of this game will get $800.
Nothing
You want to
to
hear your
be
name? First vote, Benjamin Makalaka, winner, ding.
I don't want to know who that was.
Second
Really,
vote, Big Dogs Must Eat, Jimmy, 1-1. 2-1, Jimmy. Jimmy, 3-1, Jimmy. Jimmy, 4-1, Jimmy. The winner of Survivor Wisconsin, Season 10. You're on first to Dylan too. Our 20th season ever, Jimmy! Congrats.
It's the right outcome.
Congrats. Good job.
That's the right outcome. That's the right outcome. That's the right
I'm so glad we get the story outside of this game.
I know.
It was so nice meeting you. Wow, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. Great job.
Yep. Big Dog will be
You kept bouncing back, Jim.
Seriously.
You kept bouncing back. Your name was up every time you bounced back.
Yeah, no, I know.
My vote is going to have to go to Jimmy. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited to vote for one of my really dear friends to win. I think that he differentiated himself the most, showed more awareness. I wish that it was more. But yeah, that is my vote.
I'm a sucker for the emotional person, and you did make me cry, but that's my own fault. I think you played good, and give you props for fighting out of everyone's name in your fucking mouth. Or wait.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, I did it right.
The person I'm voting for is the person that did not play the most like me, but they were in the same position as me and they did better than I did. I was on ballots and I couldn't get myself out of it because of my loud mouth and not having enough people that backed me up, but he somehow was able to sway votes. So Jimmy, I hope you have enough votes to win because I'm voting you to win. And I appreciate you always bouncing back.
My vote for this one is Jimmy.
Jimmy T. James. I don't know how the fuck you did it. You somehow pulled me in when you damn well knew you set me off. I don't know how the fuck you did it, but you did it. Ben, I was really close to voting for you. He did have a good point. If he was your shield, you should have gotten him out. That is rule 101, and that is how I lost fans versus favorites, not being able to get my biggest shield and my biggest opponent out. Ben, I'm sorry, I was close to voting for you, but Jimmy, congratulations, man. Enjoy the win.
So I do respect Amelia for she had an amazing tribal council, I think. Ben absolutely sold. And Jimmy, who reluctantly I'm going to write down on this piece of paper simply because I do respect someone who comes in with a massive target and is able to navigate their way through. And he made it to the end. Even Ben said he was his shield. You don't go to the end with your shield. Can we not learn a fucking thing from Richie Goretzky when he brought me to the end? What the fuck are you doing? So, I'm running Jimmy's name. Jimmy, Big dogs. Big dogs must eat. Come on. All right, Jimmy. This one's for you. Dev, all you guys here, you've done an amazing job over the past 5 years. I've had a blast. But this is Corey Davis, forever signing out, hanging up the cap, hanging up the buff. I love every single one of you. Peace out.
Oh my gosh, this is unreal. I feel, honestly, I do not feel my feet or my hands, but I feel significant relief. Like, this is unreal. I felt like I was going to have to be chasing this for a long, long time, and to get it off the bucket list is really sick. And so I still can't believe this, man. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. This is really meaningful community. And so I'm so glad I got to be a part of the 20th season, to sort of see the evolution of the game, not the season that's called Evolution, but the evolution of the game and it being represented here. Let's go, baby. Lone Wolf did it.